Hey, welcome into the CHGO Blackhawks Podcast Watch Along. It is game 82, and we're going to be with you for the entirety of the game.
Made it.
And for the post game. We appreciate you being with us here. You know we always do. Thank you for being with us. We'll do our sappy goodbyes at the end of the game. I suppose we could save it for that. But 9:30 start.
Goodbye.
Unlike the rest of our fellow beat members, we're here all summer.
Yeah, I know, but still, the last game is. I don't know if you guys are
days off. No days
off.
off.
Well, the last game to me is always bittersweet. I don't care how poorly the season went.
Yeah.
It's just the end of my favorite time of year, which is hockey season. And yeah, I know the playoffs
It's the start
are
of the best time
on, but yeah, it's not the same when your team's not in
The
it.
off season.
It's not the same without cry barf die time.
It's not the same.
It is true.
But it's also there's nothing more enjoyable than a playoff hockey game in overtime when you don't have a team involved.
It's true.
Because you're just going crazy over everything. You're just like, I want this to last forever because there are two fan bases dying right now.
Well, yeah.
I'm laughing on my couch.
Yeah, you've got
You're just-
when you're watching those, you've got a massive grin on your face.
Yeah.
As opposed to when it's your team, I always think of the guy in the montage this year, the CM Punk video. They show a guy with a towel and he's like pulling the towel over his head.
Oh,
He's got almost like a cartoonish frown on his face.
Mhm.
That is perpetual
Yes.
playoff face. I'm that way when the Hawks are in the playoffs from April till June with no reprieve.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
And even when they win, it's relief.
Yeah.
Hawks, Cubs playoffs.
Oh, baseball is the worst.
2016 playoffs. I spent most of that postseason run with a hoodie on, but the hoodie strings pulled tight.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I can't
Oh,
watch.
yeah.
The baseball playoffs. I know we're talking hockey, but I think baseball playoffs are the most stressful because every moment is a moment.
Yeah.
There's like no reprieve from the stress. Every pitch, you're like,
Every
It's
pitch,
torture.
every hit, every play makes a difference.
yeah,
It's
it's crazy.
And the games are like 5 hours long.
Yeah, exactly.
Our pals, the Hockey Barn. They like my shirt. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys on Monday. We're going to the Hockey Barn Monday night,
Fire up that pizza oven
6:00 ish,
and the poutine machine.
and we're just going to. There's a machine for that.
Probably.
Poutine machine.
I need to
Just
get a
cranks out poutine.
Poutine machine, I believe, is
Like an easy bake oven, but
it's
for
a great
poutine.
album. Yeah.
Poutine Machine, I believe, is the longest
Tragically hip, right?
reigning Canadian heavyweight champion of all time. Is the Poutine Machine? Like he held that title even longer than Roman Reigns.
Yeah, this guy will not go away. Everybody loves him though.
So
let's be
yes,
honest.
the Hockey Bar on Ogden will be there Monday night, just hanging out watching good hockey for a change, and you can come
Pretty
hang out
good.
with us. There's no RSVP.
Yeah,
there's
just
no
come.
tickets.
Just show up.
Just show up and look for us, and
We're hard to miss.
bring quarters for the Poutine Machine.
That's right. And if you speaking of good hockey, you guys want the Hawks lines for tonight?
Oh boy.
Yes. The
Well, your
vaunted,
forward lines.
the vaunted 13-5 lineup.
Yeah. Your top line is left to right: Dickinson, Bedard, Kurashev, Foligno, Nazar, Anderson, Reichel, Athanasiou, Johnson, Slaggert, and Whistle Donato. Colin Blackwell is your fifth line. Vlasic
All
and
by
Jones,
himself.
Sonority, Megna, and Kevin Korchinski is going to play by himself.
Nice.
And Arvid
Well, he is a
Soderblom's in
teenager.
net. So, how many goals are the Hawks going to win this game by?
So yeah, it's gonna be 7-1.
You watch, they'll win this game.
This could be rough.
But the Kings still have something to play for,
Right.
technically. They need Vegas to lose in regulation to the Ducks. Yeah,
Mm,
right.
Probably not. gonna happen.
And they need to win, and then they'll jump them back for third. Basically, you figure you either
Who's playing Dallas? Who's playing Edmonton?
right. I mean, who really cares? Because that's two tough
It's
matchups.
yeah, right.
And the Ducks and Golden Knights are scoreless almost through the first period. So this will be based on starting times.
This will be.
When this game is over, the NHL regular season officially will be
Yeah, I
over.
think this is the last game to
it
start.
is.
Yeah.
Everything else is either late first period or already in the first
I
intermission.
mean, I would hope
so.
it's not starting until 9:30 Central. I mean, come on. What could be later?
Should
I
we
mean,
do
at
who's
7:30
not your hawk before that?
7:30 local time start.
Yeah, we did a little something different today.
Because it's the last game and the standings are done. We're resting our top guys,
and we want to be mean. One last
right.
One last jab
I
at
want
this
to be mean to
team.
3 guys. Two guys on their way out.
Yeah.
So we decided to do who's not your hawk. we're going opposite tonight. We're gonna use the game scores, the blue lines for the last time ever, because next season there'll be a real system that I'm gonna rig. I mean, that I'm gonna put together, and so the blue line will no longer be a factor in who's your Hawk or who's not your Hawk, but we're gonna go for who has the worst blue line or worst game score. So who's the worst Hawk tonight? I picked Jared Tenorti because, well, it's Jared Tenorti, and there's only 5 defensemen.
Like law of averages says Jared Tenorti. I went with Kevin Korchinski because I'm going big brain on this one. He's been boat anchored by Jacob Magna for the majority of the time that they've been paired together.
And we have puck drop.
And he's playing with himself.
And he's playing by himself.
I don't know about the other.
One defenseman out there by themselves is
teenager.
not going to be good. And Jay is going.
I have Arvid Soderblom,
the first goalie pick of the year.
The first and only goalie pick in the history of Who's Your Hawk.
Goalies get game scores too.
They
do.
Technically do.
This is the last time we're relying on it. We allowed it.
So
I mean, we could come up with a fun goalie scoring system.
You could.
For
You're the one
year.
doing the system.
Hey, this is.
But we have to make it like somewhat fair, and like to where like because then someone's just gonna pick a goalie every night. If the goalie gets like 30 points,
if it's
and
Peter Mrazek, for those watching along with us, we are at 19, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11 of the first period. So far, no score.
So far,
yeah. And as Blackhawks Hockey 98 points out, or no, JD pointed out, chat's scrolling too fast. I even said it when I picked Jared Tenorti. I said he's going to have a multi-point game now. JD,
remember that game he had 3 assists?
I do. He's going to have 4 tonight because I want him to do bad, so therefore he's going to do good.
Yeah,
that's sound logic. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
Mikey Anderson and Joey Anderson going against each other. Oh, and they just hit each other. Nice.
Oh,
fight. If the Primos can do it, the Andersons can do it.
I was just gonna say, how many brother versus?
I mean,
brother...
the Kachucks have had to fight, right?
I don't think they have. Though.
I think they did.
I think they did. Didn't they have that wacky thing off of a face-off one year?
They had where I think it was Wes McCauley threw out Ottawa's center for one of their NHL debuts or something like that. I can't remember.
Oh yeah,
and then put Brady against.
I thought they did something silly once.
What? Not
I don't know.
Did the Sutter brothers ever fight each other?
I mean, just the law of averages would have to tell you yes.
I mean, I'm sure. Like,
were so many
I'm sure they all
time.
wanted to punch Daryl in the face at some point in their life.
Is that why
Polinos have never fought each other?
Not yet.
Yeah, we got to fix that. Come on,
Yeah,
division rivals.
We got to start.
We start egging them on for that stuff.
We'll just tell Foligno that it was. We'll tell Nick that it was Marcus that started the whole Brock Faber plus minus bullshit, and then maybe he'll whack him over the head with his stick next year. That'll be fine.
The Sedins never fought each other.
By the way, if y'all missed it today, it is official that the Coyotes are going to Utah, and the divisions will remain the same. Utah will be in the Central, naturally,
for the time being, probably.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, until
they're not good
until the Coyotes come back in 5 years.
Yeah,
because they probably have the schedule done and they're just gonna.
Did you see their tweet, by the way? The Coyotes put out. I guess
so
they deleted it.
Yeah.
Well, apparently,
see on June 27th or whatever
it's Morello's kid.
Yeah, he basically they have control of there is no like social media.
Well, no, there is a social media person, but Morello's son has access to the account, and it's very well known that he has sent tweets.
So how many people raise their hand think he's going to lowball that auction on purpose so he loses it?
Oh,
I mean,
and
he just made 1.2 billion on the sale, right?
Right. So why like just walk away?
I mean, what I was listening to the post-game show last night.
He should not have control of the Coyotes branding. That's such a horrible decision.
I agree with that, and that's like what Petey was asking on the post-game show last night. Like, is there a way that Marullo can like win back favor with Coyotes fans? And they're basically no, not really.
Yeah,
let's see somehow like gets this arena, restarts them, and like. But then
even that.
But you gotta. It's not like you can bring back your team again. You have to have an expansion draft.
That's and
unless he goes out and like somehow like trades for Austin Matthews and gets Connor McDavid at however old he's going to be or whatever. It's just I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
And if I'm the NHL, I don't want this clown anywhere near my league anymore.
Well, and it's not just the fact that he couldn't get an arena deal done, or it's not just the fact that the Coyotes have not been historically good.
He's a con man.
It's a horribly run organization with tons of. Read Katie Strang's feature from what was that 2-3 years ago about how bad things were with the Coyotes, like unpaid hotel bills and all kinds of nonsense.
Well, they weren't paying rent at Gila River Arena.
Started this whole mess in the first place.
And the working culture environment was horrible by people who were there working for the team.
I don't think this guy is a serious person.
I just love though, billionaire fails up.
Oh yeah,
like completely runs a franchise, literally chases a franchise out of town with his mismanagement, and now makes a huge profit off of it.
Well, and it's if
class operates,
if ever there was going to be the NHL shouldn't have Morello, they had the ability to not allow him to have control of the Coyotes name and branding and all that stuff, and they still gave it to him.
Ooh.
So they still think they think he's going to get it, or he's in the boys club.
They just know he's got the $1 billion to pay for the expansion team when it's time to pony up again.
And look, like if the league wasn't looking to expand, or I don't know, if the arena deal that originally was supposed to happen last year happened, obviously the Coyotes are still in Arizona, and this Utah thing might not be happening next year. And because to get it all up and going and all that, I don't think it would be at this point where Utah is getting a team. But I think because they didn't get that arena deal, the NHL didn't want another year, even though it was already agreed to, of the Coyotes playing in Mullet, losing revenue off of ticket sales. So they said, okay, we'll just give you a prepackaged team to Utah, and instead of waiting on Utah being ready to house an NHL team, let's just wait until this Morello joker can get a facility for the
passing
shoot the puck.
Get a facility for this Arizona team, and then they'll be the expansion team. So it's essentially just kind of passing the buck of the expansion on the Arizona market rather than the Utah market.
Yeah. And that they're willing to play it Mullet with some sort of like end game in sight of maybe they'll win this. What was it? Tucson? Was that where the vote was this year that fell short? They probably assumed, like everybody did, that they were going to pass that and then have so in
Tempe.
3-4 years, Tempe, thank you. Yeah. It'll be ready to go. And then when that failed, they're like, all right, well, F this. Like, we can't just keeping this franchise running because of, thoughts and prayers.
You can't keep having an NHL team play in a college rink. It's an embarrassment.
Yeah.
And Nick Foligno even said it.
Yes, he did.
Said it's embarrassing. Like, it's kind of fun, but in big picture, if you're the top league in the world, why are you playing in a rink that's got less capacity than your minor league, your AHL, your ECHL?
As good as a environment as it potentially could be for just hockey and from a pure hockey game standpoint, not just saying like, oh, it's in the NHL. Like, look, like this Arizona team is on the trending upwards.
They're gonna be good soon.
Like they're
gonna be good next year.
There could have been a reality where this Coyotes team was in the playoff hunt next year. And if they made the playoffs and you got playoff games at Mullet Arena, I mean, it's
embarrassing.
It's not a good look for the NHL. So I hate how it's all gone down. I mean, we've all been in agreement that like hockey in Arizona has not been working, but it's not a market thing.
No, of course not.
There is a small but diehard fan base of Coyotes fans that deserve to have a winning team there, but they deserve someone at the top of that organization that's going to care about
100%.
operating
Yeah.
an organization in a winning with a winning culture.
I just don't like how the Smiths in Utah, weird, bought the
all
bought the
400,000
team directly from Morello.
Yeah.
For the $1 billion, 1.2.
1.2. Yeah.
What they should have done was they should have had the franchise appraised what it's actually worth right now. The NHL buy it from Morello for that price, then sell it to the Smiths for the 1.2 billion.
Right.
And then because there's no way that franchise is worth that.
No.
Not on any planet is it worth that. And he shouldn't be getting that. I know they're saying we're gonna give him that, so in 5 years he could just give that right back to us.
They better have that in writing.
Well,
you better have that in writing.
You probably can't do that. You probably can't legally say, okay, then in 5 years you have to come back, because he could be like, oh well, my other business flopped that I just don't have the money for.
Apparently, there's like these checklist markers that he has to reach in order for him to be considered. And he's not going to and if they wanted to succeed, get anybody else in there. Just because you have enough money to be the owner of a sports team doesn't mean you should be the owner of a sports team.
Right,
find somebody that actually gives a shit, or just forget it.
Yeah.
Find the owners that treat it as not just a side income. Usually those are the teams that have more success more often than not.
Typically, I mean, and that's been like when Tom Ricketts bought the Cubs, and they did win a World Series. Credit to him. But the dream was you have this guy who just loves the team and has unlimited money, and it's going to be like the Dodgers or the Yankees, and just go, I'm going to spend all my money to keep this team great forever.
Right. And
it hasn't really been the case. I mean, I'd still rather have him than a Morello.
Sure. Yeah.
But that's the dream while the Wirtzes, since Rocky passed, or since Bill passed rather, they do have other enterprises. Obviously, they make probably the most of their money in liquor and real estate. Rocky and Danny do treat the Hawks like a passion project. They spend to the cap when it's time to spend to the cap.
Yeah.
And they invest and they hire scouts. They, you know what I mean? Like, they pay their players. So the Hawks are in a good situation in that way. And it doesn't have to always be the Dodgers necessarily, but you just want your ownership invested. And the fact that Morello was not even in the building last night. And like I heard Craig say too, that they've never interviewed him.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Like,
and now he's going to do his media tour of hey, look, I want to bring hockey back to Arizona. You had it there. You had it there, and you shit your pants with it.
Yeah. Yeah. You didn't pay your bills. And you got kicked out of arena. You got outspent by some, some special interest group that cost you getting your own arena. Like, you're a clown, dude. How did he have that much money in the first place? What did he do?
Well, and see, that's
I have no idea.
I don't know, but
what did his dad do?
Well, and that was the big criticism too, of like, he just assumed victory on the Tempe thing, and they completely botched that, and it was completely, as a lot of things are these days, like.
Well,
they lost a vote to
going to. They're just going to assume they're going to win it, and somebody's going to. They're going to go in and bid. They're going to be like, well, let's just bid like $400 for it.
$1.
Yeah, we're going to price this right. And
I thought we were going to go back and forth on this.
Some Native American tribe is going to outbid them for it, and they're not going to get it.
What would be great is someone. Look out! What would be great is if there was some sort of like,
what's the call there?
Venture group or whatever. I don't know what you call them, but. There's some group that outbids them and says, no, we're going to bring back the Coyotes. We're going to,
Shane Doan Enterprises.
Yes.
I mean,
Doan Enterprises.
Really, though, like.
Did you see that shit about his banner, too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Again, it just goes to show you
the
way the organization is. So if you miss this, when they got kicked out of the Gila Monster Casino Crypto.com arena, wherever they were,
not a real company center.
No, Gila River actually is a casino,
isn't it?
Yeah. And a river too.
Apparently,
they don't. The river doesn't have enough money for naming rights, but the casino did. So they retired Shane Doan's banner. So when they kicked the Coyotes out, the Coyotes didn't take the banner with them, and they just threw it in the garbage. And some Coyote fan went dumpster diving.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, that's Shane Doan's banner.
Found Shane Doan's banner.
He went looting, as he said on the What Chaos show.
And then last night gave it back to Shane Doan.
That is.
But why did you wait till now? Why didn't you give it back to him originally? Or did he just get it?
Because he probably had it hanging in his house or
in
something.
His man cave. I mean,
that would be that's a cool.
Imagine having your buddies come over to watch a game and be like, "That's Shane Doan's."
Think about
Shane Doan's banner.
The size of the banner to hang in an arena.
Yeah.
Be like, I actually use it as my comforter on my bed.
Coyotes,
It's probably my duvet cover.
It's like literally the only player you've retired to number in franchise history, and you leave it there.
Yeah,
that just goes to show you. And this is the clown they want to keep.
It's
just. It's that guy is an insult to hockey fans.
I can't imagine this Coyotes fan base ever coming around on him.
No,
because it's you took over this team. You made all these promises of putting a winning organization together, and you couldn't do the simple things to keep the team around, and then you're gonna say, oh yeah, but I'm gonna bring the Coyotes back. You're gonna bring. It's like when Kane, before he was Kane, as Glenn Jacobs, was knockoff Diesel. You're not. It's not going to be the same. It's not Logan Cooley. It's not Dylan Gunther. It's not anybody that this fan base invested in and thought was the future. It's going to be
finally had a team that they could.
It's going to be a bunch of randos wearing the Kachinas, and you're going to be like, this isn't the same.
I mean, it's not exactly the same, but similar. Like, if the Hawks left next year, when Bedard's in his second year, and you got Nazar here, and all these young players, and you're finally competitive and good, and you finally see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're like, yoink, nope.
And then it's just like, no, 5 years. In 5 years, we're going to come back with a completely different set of players, no one that you've invested in or cared about, and we're going to start everything all over again. Yeah. It's just it's a
gents, we have a couple super chats coming in.
Ooh, before we get to those, by the way, why don't we do a like spike, because we were talking about the What Chaos show?
Yeah.
How about
speaking of which, we're at 850 of the game.
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1/2, 0. Spike that like button for us. Hit that subscribe button for us. I will perpetually bitch about the new YouTube format. If you can't find the like button, it's hiding behind the chat. So just X out the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and then rejoin the chat. All right, super chats. What do we got?
All right, gentlemen, let's do some super chats. First up, we have from Lebowski5. $10. Thank you, Lebowski. I think it's effing great that the Blackhawks are so secure in their own skin that they are tearing the team down to the foundation to build it up the right way for sustained, hopefully, cup success.
Yeah.
It's what you got to do.
It takes guts, but the Hawks are in a good situation where they have a loyal fan base who isn't going to desert them. For the most part, you try this in some smaller markets. You try this in Nashville, it's not going to work.
Yeah, there's some markets that can't sustain something like this.
Right. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Eventually in a place like Carolina, they're not going to have all these great players forever.
Pittsburgh
has a pretty loyal fan base, I would think.
Yeah, but
we'll see. I mean, they were in trouble there for a while, but then they had all those years of Crosby and Malcolm and 3 cups.
That's the thing. They don't really have a really good prospect system. So when
back when Celebrini to the Penguins confirmed,
they can't
win.
Too good. They can't win the draft lottery. The best they could do is second.
No,
or
like fourth.
Yeah, they can only move up 10 spots.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, no Malkin, no Crosby in the next couple of years. Like, if you don't have those next group of young guys coming up, like, ooh,
yeah, but I think they'll be okay. I think the fans there,
they don't have Gensel,
are smart enough to that they know what's going on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been fans there that has been wanting to see that tear down for 2 years now.
Sure,
they'd probably welcome it at this point, because what's hanging on to that championship window doing to them? It's 2 straight years of no playoffs, and you have Erik Karlsson's giant contract for the next million years, because
God, that was such a bad move.
Everybody knew it. Well, hey, I guess there was a reason that Kyle Dubas had his hands tied in Toronto.
Yeah. I mean,
but like you can't.
Oh,
you can't do it. See, I told you, Soderblom 38-9 save shutout tonight because you doubted him.
That's fine. I will take that.
Shots are 11-1, by the way.
It doesn't.
There's a reason we're really not talking much about the game.
I don't think that it's not really that the Hawks are just not getting shots through though. At one point they were tied at 6 shot attempts each.
There's been a lot of blocks by the way.
Our other super chats from Joey Smith 999 who just
is he from Utah too?
He says, "Hey guys, thank you for making this season more enjoyable. I've been going through a lot the last few months, and you guys gave me something to look forward to every day. Keep up the amazing work."
Well, we appreciate
thank you.
That's very cool.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Always here for the fun.
Yeah, I think we just, we don't take anything too seriously, including ourselves. We want you all to feel part of this thing and part of the community, and whether you're a diehard or not, like, I don't know, it's cool to come in here. And every time we sit down in these chairs and we know we've got 200 people that are going to be there interacting with us every time.
Yeah.
Not to mention the lurkers, not to mention all the people that listen via podcast, which is a vast majority of our audience, Jim. Like it's just a really good community we've built here. And I keep talking about the PHNX show, and I've been thinking about it a lot today because our friends are effing hurting and unhappy and uncertain, and they said they couldn't go 5 feet last night in the Moat Arena without someone pulling them aside and saying, hey, thank you for all you guys have done. And they're only a few months older than we are,
right?
And it's it's a smaller market, a smaller but it's
a fan base that is so underserved in that area, and PHNX and Leah and Petey and Craig, like, they were the go-to.
Yep.
Since they started,
they were pretty much the only game in town.
Yeah, for Coyotes coverage, and they built up that community, and it was an awesome thing in a shitty situation to see last night. The outpouring of love for them in the moment of the Coyotes having their final game.
Yeah. And somebody said,
but I think the Hawks are underserved in this town too. Bigger town, bigger fan base, but I think we provide something that people can't get out, because you can't turn on either of the sports radio stations in town and hear any Hawks conversation of any sort of depth or insight.
No, not on a regular basis, at least. Yeah, no.
Our friend Joey, who just gave us a super chat, he just threw another super chat for $4.99 to confirm he's not from Utah, although his real first name is in fact Joseph.
Okay, good.
Wow.
So he is a Joseph Smith.
All right, fair enough.
That's not what we were. That's not what we were questioning.
That's the greatest episode. I'm sorry, I can't. Has anyone been to Utah?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Well, I don't really. All I've seen are like, nice landscapes, and is it a fun city? You been to Salt Lake City?
I really don't know. It's a beautiful city. The Great Salt Lake is cool.
Yeah. Salty, I hear.
Yes. Don't drink the water.
Pretty salty.
Good day, Matthew.
You can float in it.
No, that's the Dead Sea, I think.
It's the Dead Sea.
Yeah. No, it's Salt Lake City, right?
No, it's not. It's
the Dead Sea,
because the Dead Sea is like pretty much slush. It's.
I thought Salt Lake was like that too.
No, it doesn't have that much. Like, yeah. Dead Sea is the one where you could almost walk on the water. That's how he did it. Anyway,
cheater.
No, we took a family vacation when I was like 20 to Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons. We've done that twice in my lifetime. It was like my parents' favorite place ever. But the first time we did it when I was 10, we drove across all the way and did all the fun, like Mount Rushmore and Wall Drug and all that family road trip. The second time, when we were all older, we flew to Salt Lake City, rented a car from there, and then drove to Yellowstone, which was like 5 hours away.
So you didn't spend a lot of time.
No, but on the way back, we drove back and we spent the night and then flew back home. And the first time, this is how long ago it was, the first time I saw Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, in a theater was in Salt Lake City.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, you said that before.
It came out that weekend we were
like
flying.
99?
So it's 25 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 25th anniversary of that movie this year.
Damn.
If you want to feel old.
How about that?
So the first time I saw it was in Salt Lake City. So that's the movie theater was nice. That's really all I got.
Yeah.
Well, there's some people in our chat there saying how nice Utah is. Lebowski says Utah's amazing, one of the most beautiful places in the U.S. And that Moab is magic. Michael Wagner says that he's an SLC college graduate. Amazing city. And Charlie the Bacon guy says he went to the Olympics in 2002. It was pretty cool. I'm still a Latvia fan. I think they got smoked like 10-1 in the game I went to.
Well, I mean, it's a nice area. Some weird people live there, but there's weird people everywhere.
Lots of documentaries come out of Utah.
Yeah. So, I know what's the name of the arena there? The Delta Center?
Delta Center.
Is it still the Delta?
Yes,
we all know
is.
the password, the Wi-Fi password.
Correct.
There. I know right now it's not really necessarily made for hockey, that they only have 12,000 unobstructed seats.
So if you go to game time, use their view
yes,
from
use
your
the view of the
seats.
seat.
Yeah,
There.
definitely.
If you go to a game there.
But apparently they're going to spend a couple years renovating it to make it more hockey friendly.
What was the
That's where the Jazz
capacity
play, right?
of hockey wise of Fiserv? Remember
15,000 and change.
for hockey?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Really?
interesting.
it was. Yeah,
Was
because
that
it's
big,
like
huh?
it's like 17 or 18,000 for basketball.
I mean, that
Is
was
Hmm.
didn't have great hockey sight lines, at least from where
Right.
we were. But it worked. Temporary. Yeah, I think it'll be fine for a
They
while.
could have hockey in that arena. They just choose not to.
They need more entrances in that arena too.
Yes.
Went up there for a Bruce Springsteen concert last year, and there was only 2 entrances into the building. And
I mean, they have more than that.
they have that big main one by like the little entertainment area with
Yeah,
that thing,
the Deer District.
and then there's another one on like the corner, and that was it.
Mm.
And that, but you could have gone up through the parking garage and
Right,
get on the
yeah,
second floor.
there's
They
the
didn't, but
Skyway.
nobody told you that.
Mm.
So like literally like thousands of people missed like the first 2 or 3 songs from the concert because we
Oh,
were
shit.
standing outside for 45 minutes waiting to get in.
That's annoying.
Yeah,
no
that's
good.
but otherwise it's a nice building. And they don't have a name yet for them. I guess they're gonna take their time with a name.
Yeah, they had
Didn't
some.
we
they
all
trademarked
fill out
some-
that survey last week? What the hell?
yeah,
Get a
we got
name.
some. We got
Apparently
some
they're just gonna be
trademark
called
filings,
like
though.
Utah, like
Get a name.
Utah HC for hockey club. I kind of like that.
No.
Kind of a soccer
No,
thing
don't do that.
for a
Stupid.
year, you know.
Stupid.
Figure it out.
No.
All right, so
Call
this is
yourself
from
something.
this is from Greg Wyshynski. On Tuesday, applications were filed with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for the trademarks on the following names: Utah Blizzard,
Eh.
Utah
Eh.
Venom,
No.
Yeah.
Utah Fury,
Not a chance.
No.
Utah HC, Utah
Uh-uh.
Hockey Club.
No.
No.
All the
Ugh.
name.
Oh,
Look at
look at
Reichel.
that.
Come on,
Look at
Reichel.
Hey, what a play.
Damn!
What a
Somebody wants to win a
play.
Calder Cup. By the way, Lucas Reichel officially, Luke
Yes,
Rich
going-
said, going to the
going to
Ice
Rockford.
Hogs
Not-
for the playoffs.
Not the World Championships.
Nice play.
That was
This
a
is
great
all
play.
Lucas. Beat
Great
Hustle
read.
the
I
puck,
am
Get on
faster
your
than
chest.
you.
Let's
like
go.
that. That's a great.
Good.
And then,
Oh
great
man, that's
play.
got to feel so good for him.
What
He's
a
been playing
play.
so well, and that is the shit we have
That's
been looking
the-
for all.
That's the type
year.
of play
I wanna
that we
hug
saw
him right
last
now.
year that made me
Yes.
scream.
Someone
He's
hug
going to
him.
lead the point. If he'd done that all year, my prediction would be true.
Yeah.
And if my
Yeah,
uncle had
that's
tits, he'd be
that's,
my aunt.
that's the kind of
Well,
play
he
that
kinda
we
does.
all expected this season. What?
I hope he's
Depends on which uncle we're talking about.
What now?
Nothing. I've
missed
already and hey man, it's already 10.
Yeah, I've had a full day.
Yeah, I just those names sound very minor leaguey
Those
to
suck.
me.
Let's
Well,
be
remember
honest,
they
those
did this
suck.
with the PWHL. Everyone's like,
it's just gonna
these are all horrible. Do not choose any of these. I think they do this stuff to like see the reaction. I'll bet they're doing it to see the reaction to HC.
It's
if that's
it's so
temporary
dumb.
for a year,
It should be the Yetis or
so
something.
you could think of something better than the Venom and the Fury, then fine.
yeah.
But if
What-
that's
what is these Marvel characters?
plus
both these
apparently
names?
it's
Fanatics is
what-
probably going to need 9 years to come up with a jersey.
And it'll be the
Yeah.
Fruy.
yeah, right.
Ha.
the furries.
Furries.
They can all wear little tails out of
The
their
Utah
pants.
furries.
I think they should be
Yeah.
the Yeti or something like that.
They should be the
the
Utah
Sasquatch.
Johnnies. The Utah Johnnies and have Keanu Reeves' face on their jersey.
The Utah bunch of wives.
Whoa, that's a different woe.
Hey, we have 2 more super chats
Eddie.
coming in
The
here.
Smiths.
Alan K, our good friend Alan
Hey,
K.
Ellen K.
Will Arizona NHL fans get behind Vegas or stick with the players and support SLC?
I always wonder about that stuff. Like
I feel like
Vegas
there's-
is probably the least painful for them because they're such a new team
Vegas.
that like you don't have a long
I feel
history
like,
of
I
hatred.
feel like there's going to
good.
be a lot of bittersweet like fandom because think about it, like you were saying earlier, like if for in a theoretical world, if the Blackhawks were taken away from Chicago, like I still think for at least the next season beyond it, you'd be like, I want to watch Bedard, I want to watch Nazar, I want to watch all these guys and cheer for them because you had so much invested in them.
Right. It's not the players that packed up and left.
No.
You know, it wasn't.
And they didn't want to go to Salt Lake.
Yeah, it wasn't their doing. It wasn't the players saying, get us out of here. It's tough, though. It's tough because it's like, if you're a Coyotes fan, you have to be feeling betrayed right now. And you were.
Oh, yeah. You're duped.
And, you know, you were lied to by the guy at the top. The grifter that owns your team lied to you.
It's terrible.
Because that's what grifters do. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Coyote fans, who they choose to root for next season. I bet you a ton of them become Maple Leaf fans because there's Austin Matthews.
Oh, yeah.
Could be, yeah. I think about this all the time too. Like if the Sox were to leave,
please do.
Like how long would it take Sox fans to become Cub fans? Would it happen?
No, I don't think it would.
From what I understand from uncles, the Cardinals and Bears thing was very much similar, like total divide.
Because they
like
played at Wrigley and Comiskey.
Yeah, too. Like he dug in. I am a diehard Cardinals fan and will never be a Bears fan, kind of a thing. Maybe I'm wrong, just from one uncle or two uncles, but eventually you just got to be like, well, I'm not going to go to Milwaukee for every game.
Baseball, I think it'd probably take a decade, maybe.
I would say like a generation
as kids that come up with no White Sox to root for.
Right.
Oh, my parents were Sox fans, but I never saw them. I don't know who they are. Those are the Nashville guitar strings right now. So I don't know.
Nashville Sounds.
The Picks.
Yeah, the Nashville Chairs.
The Hot Chickens.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a hat I would buy.
The Nashville hot chicken sandwiches.
Alan did finish. He said he hopes All-City can expand and get the PHNX crew covering another team. Thanks for all you do.
Doesn't sound like that's what we're gonna do.
Ryan
Sulk.
Yeah, Ryan Fraley threw $5 to say, I hope the PHNX crew would have first dibs for All-City LA. They'd be huge in that gigantic market. I don't know if that's an All-City plan, but
I think that all of them are going to be fine. Like Leah does other stuff with the company anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll find a role for her at PHNX, I'm certain. Craig can pretty much name his job. He's that good. He's that respected.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he stays here. Maybe he move back home. Come join us. That would be wonderful. But PD is a video analyst. Like I hope that if
he knows everybody in the NHL.
Yeah, my wish is
draft.
I hope all three of them stay with the company.
Entertaining.
Yeah.
Like that's
rare.
And I think
I'm
all
neither.
three of them could completely do different things within PHNX too. And our owner, Brandon Spano, pretty much he sent out a tweet a couple days ago, like saying, hey, we're gonna take care of these guys. Like just because their team left doesn't mean we're giving up on them. So
and PHNX's general manager Saul Bookman has basically said the same thing.
Yeah. So
it's Sun Devils Hockey Podcast.
There you go.
Let's go.
Sure. You know the mullet well.
By the way, they're doing like a party this week, the PHNX crew, just to like celebrate the Coyotes. Like let's go share memories, and they're raising money for the Kachina hockey program out there.
Yeah,
like
that's awesome.
I just love that crew so much, and I really want to say too, like they didn't start till like 1 a.m. I really tried to stay up.
Yeah, I couldn't stay. I watched it,
but I was in there watching the whole video for an hour or so, and all the CHGO people were awesome in there. So thank you for representing us nicely. Like I know during the draft lottery there was some rivalry. That's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's different than this. And like I'm glad that our people showed out, said, hey, sending love from Chicago. This sucks. Y'all deserve better. So if you were in the chat, I know there were a bunch. I know Giggities was in there. I know Lucy was in there. I don't want to start naming people because I'll forget, but there were a bunch of people in there really being supportive and kind.
Was fake me in there?
I did not see fake us in there.
Thank
you. I think they banned all of us, all of the fake us's.
Because I went in there and was like, hey, waiting for the show, whatever.
Sleep too.
Yeah. I was like telling them to hit the like button or whatever. And they're like, is this a real Jay? I'm like, well, I'm not being a dick, so no. But yeah, go back and listen to the show. It was really good, and I look forward to see what they have coming up. But
and I don't know if you saw the tweet. Elliot Friedman sent them like
some
10 bottles of vodka.
Some coping
No,
mechanisms.
it was a 6-pack of Modelo, and then there was vodka
There's some,
and
some tequilas in there. Yeah,
sent them some
Cazadores. I was like, oh, nice.
And that just goes to show you Elliot Friedman and how amazing of a person he is. There's a reason why he's the most respected reporter in hockey, and it's got only a little bit to do with that he's an amazing reporter. He's just a good dude. Like if you listen to 32 Thoughts, he's that guy. I got the personal experience with it.
Tell your story. I love this story.
So the night the findings of the investigation,
General Block report,
when that came out, everybody was not doing great, and as a fan of this organization and as someone who's been blogging and covering the team for so long, it just felt really bizarre, and it felt gross, and was very uncertain what the next move was. And I had put something out there on Twitter. I wrote a thing about like, I don't know if I want to cover this organization anymore. I don't even know if I want to be a fan of this team anymore. Now knowing what happened, like it's just everything kind of feels ruined at the moment. And I put it out there, and then I get a direct message on Twitter about an hour later. It's from Elliot Friedman, but I had to click on it, make sure it was the right guy. And he's just like, hey, here's my number. Give me a call when you got a chance tonight. I'm like, what? So I call it. It's a Toronto area code, and a very familiar voice answers the phone. And it's Elliot Friedman, who I've never had an interaction with up until this point. Like, of course, I follow him and probably retweeted him a million times. And he just said, somebody forwarded me, what you're writing about. And, I went through your timeline. You're obviously passionate hockey guy. You're covering the game. You're at all the AHL games, whatever. And he's like, you're not alone in what you're feeling right now. Myself, I feel like I let people down by not doing a better job reporting on this. And he's like, we need passionate people in the game.
That's awesome.
And he's just like, keep doing I know it's tough, but tomorrow's a new day. We all got to tackle this tomorrow. He says, we're all feeling what you're feeling right now. We're all disgusted by this. And he sat there and talked to me for 5 minutes or so. The busiest man in hockey.
Yeah.
And
they said, try the ribs, and hung up.
Yeah. And it was just like the most surreal experience I had. And
I can't imagine that.
Got me back on track, saying, okay, all right. And then he said, hey, I sent him a message like the next day thanking him. He says, hey, if there's anything, I could ever do, let me know. And I've reached out to him like 4 times to come on this show, but apparently, apparently anything has its limitations. But I will always remember that, because I don't think I'd be sitting here today without that phone call. So
that's awesome for
that to happen. That just shows you that he's as legit as they come.
That stuff goes such a long way. And, I think everybody's got that moment in their career where you're like, where you were thinking about like, do I belong here? That imposter syndrome goes not only in what we do, but, in every industry.
A lot of other ones.
I think everybody's got that moment, be it maybe not as intimate as that one, Greg, but like I remember I was having my doubts about my ability to do this because I didn't play at a high level. I played goalie in a roar hockey league. Like that's it. I got into hockey in high school. I was too fat and it was too late to really invest in learning the game. So I was always like, can I do this? Do I know enough? And Bob Verdi told me I knew my shit, like unprovoked.
There you go.
We had him on the show one. I don't forget what show it was. He's like, is this Jay, by the way? I go, yeah. No, it was at The Score. And he's like, is this Jay, by the way? I go, yeah. He's like, yeah, I read your stuff. You know your shit. Like, keep it up. I'm like, oh, okay.
There you go.
That's awesome. So then when I was writing my book, I was like, hey, I have I texted Bob Verdi. I have a question. Is this, I don't remember what it was. It was something about Glenn Hall. And he's like, I'm not sure. Like, give me a few minutes. And he calls me. He's like, all right, I just talked to Glenn Hall. Yeah, that's true. I was like, what? Like, that's awesome. Thank you. That's not what I was asking, but I appreciate it.
You need those
That's
reassurances every once in a while.
Yeah.
I remember a few years back when I was covering the AHL Central, being at a Wolves game in their press row. And now a guy that I talk to at every home game and consider a friend now, Bruce Miles was there. And it was right after he retired from the Cubs beat. And he came up to me and introduced himself to me. He's like, Greg, I read your AHL stuff all the time. It's great. It's like,
he's an awesome guy.
Awesome. Like, this is a guy that I grew up reading about the Cubs.
Yeah, right.
And now, get to see Bruce as he's covering Hawks games for NHL.com. So that was a thrill. And, get to see him every day at the United Center is always a treat. Great.
He's such a nice guy.
Great conversations. Even though his Rush is his favorite band, I'll forgive him for that.
What's wrong with Rush?
I love his passion. Rush is not
till Geddy Lee opens his mouth. Then I have to turn him off.
I'm one of those people
fantastic musicians, but once he starts singing, I'm done.
I think I'm like the only person I heard that can take or leave Rush. Like, I feel like it is so like you either love them or hate them. And I'm kind of like, yeah, Tom Sawyer rocks. Spirit Radio, hell yeah. But then beyond that, I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. I like Rush.
Yeah. The band Rush. What, like fast-paced rock?
Speaking of bands that you guys probably don't like, not bands, but artists, in 40 minutes, the new Taylor Swift album is dropping.
Ooh.
Also the new
So if the third period
home
sucks,
music. Yes. Sweet.
You guys could all get headphones, just listen to something at the same time, and then.
Ooh,
should we like do a listen along?
A live listen
along? How quickly will we get pulled off of
YouTube?
YouTube?
Well, yeah. That's why I said you could put headphones on.
No, I'm not going to do that because
four-piece wire brush that for 99
I do think it's really cute though that Taylor Swift and Pearl Jam have albums coming on the same time, because then dads can buy an album while their daughters buy an album at the same time.
That's true.
No, we can do the Pearl Jam album.
Addie is very excited about tomorrow.
Did you see the I think there's like some lyrics being leaked?
Well, she's got this whole viral thing going on, like QR codes in cities and like little libraries.
She knows what she's doing. I mean,
people outside in Chicago.
I don't care for Taylor Swift's music.
It's fine
because it's not written for me.
No,
I'm not her target audience. It's not for me, but I respect the hell out of like how she's done all this. Like and like all the, as you said, these QR code marketing things, she knows what she's doing.
Also, most importantly,
she's not a terrible person.
Seems like a decent person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to be a bad person, which in today's day and age is a rarity. For
especially like with her, everyone is looking for something to drag her down with, and they haven't found it yet. So. Yeah. Hey, my daughter can certainly have lesser idols than that.
What are the songs going to be about though? Because it seems like her relationship with Travis Kelce is going pretty okay.
The Tortured Poets department, whatever.
The album's going to tank because they're all going to be happy songs.
You see them at Coachella? She was like, her and Travis Kelce were just in the crowd, like normal.
That's cool.
Just out there in the Gen Pop.
I think going to Coachella would I would have to hang myself. It would be bad. It would be bad.
No, it's not. Again,
I was watching it on the
not
screen.
For me.
Coachella 20 years ago, maybe. Coachella now is the same as Lollapalooza.
This reminded me because Lollapalooza. Did you see the story about James Hetfield's tattoo?
Oh, his Lemmy tattoo.
Do you know about this, Law?
I don't
Mario?
know about this.
I know he has tattoos.
So James Hetfield is one of the people that received a bullet with Lemmy Kielmeister's ashes in it.
Wow.
So James took the ashes and had it put in tattoo ink.
Hell yeah!
And was tattooed with Lemmy's ashes.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, it's on his middle
anything
finger.
More metal than that?
It's the
pretty fucking
ace
metal.
of spades on his middle finger.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
Hell
he's a master of the middle finger.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Also, how badass are you that you send people your ashes in a bullet?
Lemmy Kielmeister is the coolest man who ever walked the face of the earth. There's no doubt about it.
I mean, that is the most metal.
Yeah,
that's insane. Hey, John Scott showed up.
Yeah, John Scott in studio
tonight. Wow,
finally,
what are we doing?
He's finally in studio.
Hey, real quick, I've got this super chat on screen for a little while now.
Yes,
it's from Sparker, $4.99, and he says he's broke AF and he can't afford Die Hard right now, but I listen to every pod and fucking enjoy all of them. Thank you, Mario, Jay, Greg, You guys are amazing.
Thank you, Sparker. That's awesome.
And
look, like
Sparker.
We say all the time, like diehards, we love our diehards. We know not everybody is in the position to become a diehard, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest way to support us is every time our videos are on to hit that thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed.
Yeah.
Anytime you see a video hit Twitter or social media, hit that share button.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And those 5-star reviews on Apple Podcasts and Spotify go a really, really long way, honestly.
Yep.
So if you want to help us for free, and hey, shop CHGOLocker.com. You don't get the discount, but you get some sweet ass merch.
Yeah. So
we got sales all the time. So
yep.
But just being here.
Appreciate it.
Just being here is a huge way to support
Absolutely.
us.
And tell your friends, Sparker, and everybody watching.
Too.
Like, if you got hockey fans that don't know about us, or maybe they're not Hawks fans, so maybe they'll like the What Chaos podcast, or maybe you've got friends who are Chicago sports fans, not necessarily hockey fans. Maybe they're big Bears fans, Cub fans, Bulls fans, White Sox fans. Just send them our way. We got something for everybody here. So word of mouth is super powerful, especially in this business. So
also, Sky.
Yeah,
got some guy. I'm sure we're
There's
going to
some
be have some new Sky fans coming in. Check out our
Sky podcast. We did a watch along.
Included.
We did a watch along for the draft.
Did a watch along for the
I
draft.
did. After the next morning,
stuff.
I went in and watched. I'm like, all right, I want to hear what they have to say about this.
And I got to be honest, I was pretty impressed with what Chris and Steven put together. I didn't know what I was getting into, honestly. And next thing you know, they had like 4 different guests calling in throughout the night. It was just back to back to back. It was kind of like a radio style thing. And I was a little concerned about like how it would work and everything, with us also watching things, but it really worked. Steven was out at the draft party up at another brewery that we can't say the name of because God forbid we did. But yeah, it was great. And a lot of people watched, and that was pretty cool.
It's awesome.
It was like
my sister is
6,500 watchers on the old YouTube.
My sister is a season ticket holder. She was at that draft party.
Can she take me to the game against the Fever on June 20th?
Yeah, for $7 million. She's been asking. She asks me every once in a while. She's like, "Hey, I can't. I need someone to go to this Sky game, and I haven't been able to do it, but this year I might go."
Yeah, make it a point.
It'd be awesome.
She's got the cool tickets where it's like every game it's all you can eat, all you can drink. Like she's in like the VIP section.
Sweet,
because apparently it's like super duper affordable to be a Sky season ticket holder, and there's not that many games.
Right.
What do they play? Like June through August? Like it's not that long of a season.
It's mid-May until I think August, I believe.
Yeah. So they play 40 games regular season, 35,
yes,
40. So you're only buying 20 games. It's a lot cheaper ticket than trying to be a Bulls season ticket holder.
Right. Yeah.
Well, and look, if you want to do that, you sell your Caitlin Clark game, and you probably make your season back.
You've got your deposit for the next 8 years.
Right.
It should be fun. So when she calls this year and says, "Hey, I got an extra ticket," I'm like, "Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take you up on it this time."
I got to get my kid to go to a game. That's the one thing I got.
My daughter's been. She enjoyed it.
The Wintrust is a cool little arena.
I've never been there yet.
I've never been there for a basketball game. But I've been there for a couple of AEW shows, and it's a cool little small arena. I can't imagine there's a bad seat in the house for a basketball game.
I would imagine not. Hey, by the way, we want to thank our friends at Coors Light. If you're watching the game, it's late. It's maybe raining. It's potentially raining. If you want to get Coors Light delivered to you right now with Instacart, go to CoorsLight.com/CHGO Hockey. That's CoorsLight.com/CHGO Hockey. You see us. We got our Coors Light. We're chilling.
Mm-hmm.
We're enjoying the game. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
I want to give a shout out to the Chicago Sky social media team. They were on point.
They were killing it.
They had a picture of the 2 draft picks wearing their Sky hats, smiling for the camera, and the tweet said, "Smile if you've beaten Caitlin Clark to win the national championship." It's like, ooh, already throwing some shade.
That's great. That's so good for the game.
Get it though. Get that rivalry going. I mean, it's Indiana, Chicago. Yep. Your 2 closest geographical rival. Get it going.
Did you see Greg Doyle kind of stepping it the other day?
The fuck?
That guy.
I will say
he apologized.
He immediately was like, "I am an awkward moron, and I'm sorry."
Right?
Like,
cool.
why does that happen?
But people have been digging up tweets of his. That guy is a full on creepazoid.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see that. I don't know either way, honestly.
Yeah,
It was a very odd exchange.
But she was kind of like, no.
Yeah. She's not there to be your friend, Greg. She's there to play basketball, and you're there to report.
Also, 50-year-old reporter and 22-year-old.
and
no,
like do it next week to the Colts first round draft pick. You fucking weirdo.
Yeah,
like
that guy's got a history of being a little
like what a
little
weirdo.
creepy.
Yeah, it was.
There's been some
odd.
all week. People have been digging up some of his tweets where you're like, oh, this guy's got a problem.
Weird.
But I mean, he is from Indiana, so he's going to be a little weird.
Also, wanted to give a shout out to our sponsors, Shift Hockey.
Yeah,
Shift.
Hey, Nick Foligno is going to be in studio with us.
I would think next week,
soon after the season is over. And any appearance by Nick on our show is brought to you by Shift Hockey. And hey, youth hockey coaches out there, if you are coaching a team this year and you're looking for some sticks, schedule a meeting with Pete over at Shift Hockey to outfit your team with the Shift Hockey sticks, the best sticks out there on the market, because not only are they high quality, they're also very affordable. So what Shift likes to do is make hockey a little bit more affordable for everyone to enjoy at the highest levels equipment wise. I play with the Shift Hockey stick. It is awesome. It's the highest quality stick I've ever played with. And right now you want to get your sticks from Shift. It's that time of year. They're getting a shipment of over 1,000 sticks by the end of this month. So reach out to those guys. You can check them out. They have their offices at Johnny's Ice House West, I believe. You can hit them up online. And yeah, I mean, they're awesome quality stuff. They also got great apparel and everything too. So yeah, check out our friends Shift Hockey for youth and adult sticks.
Yeah, and I think if you're a coach for a youth team, they got a deal where like they'll make the sticks for your entire team.
You can do custom wraps.
They'll put the wraps, their logos on it. So if you're looking, I know this is the time now to start planning ahead for next season as youth seasons wrap up, but they'll take care of all your stick needs. So you can head in and schedule like a little meeting with them, a little consulting, and see if it's a right fit for you guys. And they'll supply your entire team with new sticks. Get your custom wrap on it, your colors, your logo on there. It could be a lot of fun. So definitely check them out, and we do appreciate them being on board this year for our Nick Foligno segments, and we're looking forward to working with them again in the future, both Shift and Nick. Hopefully get this rolling with Nick, do some more fun things next season. Maybe he'll bring some friends with him.
That would be nice.
We're gonna get him back at least, I think, one more time this season.
One more time
before he heads back up to the Suds. And
I wonder if he'll spend some time in the summer here in the city.
It depends.
Chicago's a great summer city.
It is. We'll have to convince him when he's here. Like, go back home till like Memorial Day and then come back here for like June and July. You won't regret it. But we may do something with him. Maybe we'll have the diehards come up with the questions that ask Nick.
Nick Foligno diehard only mailbag or something.
We'll pick.
I'd rather just take him out to lunch somewhere at some nice place, but that's me.
He should be taking us out. He makes more money.
We know how much he makes.
I mean, I didn't say
let's go to Salerno's.
I would pick the place he could pay.
He got a pay raise this year, unlike us.
Yeah. You can go to Cap Friendly to see how much he makes. There he is.
There's
Speaking of diehards, by the way,
we're at 18 minutes and 24 seconds.
Wait, we're at 18:24. You guys didn't give the okay.
No.
We were talking about our friends at Shift
and Coors Light. And
speaking of diehards, by the way, if you have access to our Discord, you can join our bracket challenge. The link and the password are in there. Or tomorrow morning, my diehards only Blackhawks beat will be dropping, where I recap the top 15 moments of the season. In the opening paragraph is the link and password to our bracket challenge. So become a diehard. If you're not a Discord person, there were 15 good moments. I'm actually going to add a bonus moment. because of something that happened tonight. Because I like that Lucas Reichel goal a lot, and I think it's got some meaning behind it. So I will add that to the list.
A nice goal in game 82.
Right. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna have to read that because I've probably forgotten about. All right,
I'm gonna give a slight spoiler.
I know one of them.
There's a lot of Connor Bedard moments in there.
Well, I was gonna say,
you could probably do 15
over
Bedard
under
moments.
on how many of those are Bedard. I put it at like 9.5.
That's a solid. I don't know the exact number off top of my head, but I think you're right about on it.
I mean, I cheated. I heard you watching a video of one of the best moments, but I would have picked it anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I look forward to the feedback on that one too.
I'm looking forward to reading that one because I literally can't think of 15 different good things that happened this year. But it's also 10:30 at night, and this has been a long week. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading that. I'm gonna
be good.
Whenever I crawl out of bed tomorrow morning, I will.
I said to my wife before I left, I go, I can't wait to sleep in tomorrow, so I can't wait until they decide to tear up our entire street at 6:30 in the morning. The other night, we were late Tuesday night?
Yeah.
So Wednesday morning, it's garbage day. It's every dog is barking day. It's people having loud conversations outside my window day.
Nice.
I'm like, all right, it's 8:30. I'm up. I'm just up. It's everyone's texting me day.
Yeah.
I am turning off all communications.
I set my alarm for 8:30 on Wednesday. I don't know. I mean, I did have to come back to work. We had the afternoon pod,
the afternoon show.
I didn't have to wake up at 8:30. I don't know what the hell I was thinking.
No, but my issue is my better half gets up for work at like 6:45, and then the dogs get restless. So But tomorrow I'm like, babe, just do your thing. Don't even tell me you're leaving. I know you're leaving for work. Just
babe, I'm leaving. Just go.
Were you there on Tuesday? Because it kind of sounded just like that.
I know. Okay.
The biggest issue is our one block of windows in our bedroom faces east.
Yeah.
So by like 9:15, the sun is like literally in your face.
Blackout curtains.
Yeah,
blackout
curtains.
Yeah, I don't have those yet.
Gotta get them.
Yeah. Those are
I may put like black construction paper on the windows before I go to bed tonight.
I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, and I initially was like 10 a.m. and then I was like, how about 11?
Push it back a little bit. Yeah.
That's a leaky one. Leaky.
Goal? We've given up a goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a leaky
change
one.
Of course.
What, my guy Philly D?
Yeah, but your pick for who's not your Hawk is it wasn't Phil Deneau, it
was not
Arvidsson. Possible future Blackhawk, Victor Arvidsson.
Really?
Wouldn't hate that.
Yeah.
I like him.
He was there. It just leaked.
Oh, nice pass by Deneau, though.
That was a great pass. A great shot.
Did I hit something?
No, just right
through
right in
the
the ball sack.
Right under the
right off the cup
check.
Right off the cup.
Right off the McNuggets.
Ouch.
Right off his.
Are you is Arvidsson something that's been written about, or are you just speculating?
He's a free agent. Quote.
He's had some injury issues, but that's the kind of guy
I mean, he's a guy that
short-term deal.
If he wants to take a 2-year deal, I would gladly have Victor Arvidsson on my team next year.
I would take it, Victor Arvidsson.
I like him a lot.
Yeah, it's not something I think is going to happen.
He's like Stallberg if he was good.
Yeah.
He was fast.
I mean, he's a Stallberg with a track record.
Well, we already have Victor Stallberg. His name is Andreas Athanasiou. Same guy.
Well, yeah.
Same freaking guy.
We have 2 more super chats. So this is kind of fun. I appreciate everyone tonight for tuning in on this watch along.
Yeah, thank you.
Thomas Salata, $9.99. Hey guys, thank you for making this season bearable. You guys have helped me keep my sanity during this whole endeavor, and I can't wait to move back so I can become a diehard. Cheers from Minnesota. Now,
nice.
Technically, you can be a diehard in Minnesota.
Yeah, diehards.
I understand the all the things that we do for discounts of live events, but hey, Tom, let's go.
You can still be a diehard in Minnesota. We can ship you a shirt.
Yeah, we have shipping now.
Well, you could be in the Discord
now.
Well, no, I'm kidding. That was not a shot at anyone.
If we can get
unlike earlier,
if we could get if we could get the 98 C shirt to Portugal for our guy Alexander, we can definitely get one to Minnesota.
And guess whose next super chat is from? Alexandra
Hey,
Farapaz.
that's called foreshadowing.
$11.99.
He was in the PHNX thing yesterday too.
He says, end of season, I have not picked a fight with Law. Ha. He says, love you, Law. I was afraid I was becoming a producer hater. Just kidding. Sarah and Steven are awesome. Thank you to you three guys. Draft can't be here soon enough. Thank you. I love Alexander Farapaz.
Oh, there we go. Come on,
2-on-1.
don't pass.
Don't pass.
Never pass to Tyler Johnson.
See, the main reason they got to get rid of Tyler Johnson is he looks too much like Connor Bedard on the ice. Like he's short and right-handed.
I know.
Where's a 9?
Right through.
Oh, big
I thought that was going in.
Nice. His nuts stopped that one.
Speaking of Quentin Byfield, that's his 4th shot on goal already.
Wow.
Damn.
And he's his 8th shot attempt. He's got 8 shot attempts.
He's awesome.
Already.
He's going for a bonus.
Oh, that explains it.
He's got, I forget who had the information. I believe he has a goal milestone bonus up for grabs, like 500K, something like that. So I'd imagine he's looking for some extra money at the end of the year.
Hawks should pull the goalie, let him hit his milestone, and then say, when you're a free agent, remember that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Arvidsson is a free agent this summer. So
I would I'd have 0 issues if he was wearing a Blackhawks jersey.
I wouldn't at all. I've really liked Victor Arvidsson for a long time.
Right, especially after he got out of Nashville.
Especially after he got out.
Ryan O'Reilly and Juicy Soros.
When I started covering hockey, I was working in Milwaukee at a sports radio station that had the broadcast rights of the Milwaukee Admirals. So my first in was covering the Milwaukee Admirals, and Victor Arvidsson was on. Was that? Or I think it was his rookie year. It might have been 2013-14 season. And him and Kevin Fiala too, who's also playing in this game tonight. So I remember covering those guys very early in their career and always really liking their game, and Arvidsson especially. And yeah, when he got up to the NHL with the Predators, like he was a guy that was always very good. And if he were to be targeted and signed by the Blackhawks, I would be happy with that.
$4.25 million this year with LA.
Give him 5 for 2 years. Done.
I'm done with that.
Yeah,
sure.
Just turned 31, so
assuming Stamkos says no,
he can be the backup plan to Stamkos.
I was talking to my buddy Ryan Sudol, who is the PA announcer for the Lightning, and I said Stamkos to Chicago. He said no chance. I'm like, I don't think you know anything.
I think Stamkos he still has tread on the tires, so I don't think he's necessarily signing up for a less than contending team, but who knows?
Well, the Milwaukee Admirals have been the Predators
affiliate since like 2006
for a long time. Man, they have been,
because they had Suter and
think of
Weber,
all the people that have played
Rene
through them. I'm just looking through some of their alumni who have played in the NHL. Brian Smolinski. That was before Predators. Philip Forsberg, Victor Arvidsson. They had Pekka Rinne, Ryan Suter, Shea Weber played there.
Basically, any prominent Predators player has basically gone through the Milwaukee Admirals.
Pontus Aberg, Gabriel Bork,
Colton Sissons, what's his nuts? Freddie Gaudreau, Anthony Boteto, went through.
Jared Tenorti,
yep.
Colin Blackwell,
Jordan Tutu.
Let's see here.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, I believe that's right.
Pretty sure.
Let's see here. Notable alumni.
UC Saros was he played in Milwaukee for a little bit.
Alexander Carrier, Kevin Fiala, you mentioned. Vernon Fiddler played there. Cody Franson. Dan Hamuse.
Ice Hawks legend, Cody Franson.
Yes.
Twice.
Jeff Larmer. Austin Watson, Scotty Upshaw, Jordan Tutu,
Puds.
Eli Tolvanen,
Scotty Upshaw. I like his better half.
Colton
I don't know who's his
Sissons.
better
I don't know
half.
who that is.
Rich Peverly.
I mean, if it still is, it's Melanie Collins, the
It's
wonderful
I don't know
sideline
who that is.
reporter for CBS.
Oh.
Former Silver Chalice
Is
Ventures.
Upshaw the? No, I'm thinking of Steve Downey. Steve Downey's a huge putt.
Oh yeah, that's the guy that caused the problems with
Akeem Alou.
in the OHL, right?
Yeah.
With Mo Mantha, who I worked for a season when I was scouting.
Hey, another super chat from this one from McBaconator.
Oh yeah.
Just want to say thank you for the positivity this season. In a negative world, positivity is hard to find, and y'all have done a wonderful job. God, these are the nicest super
Thank
chats
you.
ever.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you very
You
much.
guys. Awesome.
Apparently our checks cleared for all these nice words that you
I
said.
mean, my goodness, yeah.
I'll pay you $6 for a nice $5 super chat. No,
Yeah.
thank you. You know, it's a lot easier to try and be positive and
Period.
yes. Not
Well,
just-
no, it's not
to-
easier. It's
well, no, it's easy to be negative. That's why a lot of people do it, but it feels better to be positive. And that's just in general in life, not on your just for your hockey podcast.
Well, and we're getting through this season just like everybody else.
Yeah.
So to come in here and do 82 negative shows, it's gonna wear on us. It's gonna wear on you guys.
it also wouldn't be genuine.
And yeah, exactly. So, I think we all pride ourselves on being honest and objective, but also trying to be engaging and entertaining for you guys and for ourselves. Because if we weren't, we'd all go crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't know how you can objectively look at what the Hawks are doing and say, I don't think this is headed in a positive direction. Now,
Right.
Well, you're very short-sighted and
I mean, look, like
don't know how these things work.
we've all been called like Kyle Davidson apologists, but like, what do we have to be really critical of yet? Right? Like, the draft picks he has are they're high and they're performing on their levels, but they're unproven, but they're thriving on their levels. And the guys that have made the transition to the NHL have held their own and done pretty well. And like, I don't know. I just think that you can look at reasons to say this isn't going to work, which is very, very easy to do because the cup is very hard to win no matter how good you are. Ask the Oilers, ask the Maple Leafs, ask a number of other teams.
Colin Blackwell.
But I don't know. I don't know how you can look at this and be like, nope, this is a bad idea.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not a bad idea.
I think a lot of that comes from people who got used to the assumed success of the last 15 years.
Yeah.
Up until a couple seasons ago. Or I think a lot of that comes from people who check out whenever the season's over and then check back in October. And it's if things aren't good, then they check out earlier than that. And it's just kind of it's on the periphery. And it's like, well, they're not contending now. Why aren't they contending? They should contend. Do things to contend. Well, it's like, okay, it's not that easy.
Yeah, they've got Bedard. Why aren't they winning?
Right.
I was told he's generational. Like,
well, it also doesn't help when for the fan that doesn't watch all 82 games and isn't the hardcore hockey fan, but then sees Patrick Kane go to Detroit and have the year he had and say, well, why isn't he here doing that? Not understanding fully the reasons or you see Alex DeBrincat having
a good year,
a decent year. A decent year for Detroit, not what they paid for, but or you see other former players having good runs with competitive teams. Dylan Strome in Washington and Hagel. But so you see that and you say, well, if we just kept all these guys, the team would be better. Sure, the team would be better. They wouldn't be winning a Stanley Cup anytime soon. They would be the Detroit Red Wings or the Minnesota Wild. They were
the Hawks of 2 years ago.
Right. They when they had all those guys, they weren't making the playoffs. Right. So,
exactly.
It's easy to kind of just say, oh, well, if you don't take the time to fully understand and see what they're doing, it's easy to take a crap on it.
Yeah. And all the people that are, bemoaning the rebuild when this team is playing in the playoffs in the near future, they'll be back. They'll watch. They'll cheer. So
yeah, there'll be a lot of old tweets exposed in those playoffs of people who have been like, oh, this Kyle Davidson, this Luke Richardson, I don't know, they ruined the team. And when you're at the United Center for their first playoff game, some of us won't forget what you said.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. So far so good. That's kind of my thought on it. And I'm not declaring Kyle Davidson the greatest GM in NHL history, but
the time
what he's done so far is so good.
The time for criticism and being critical is coming up. It's basically starting this summer.
Offseason. The team has to get significantly better this offseason.
Is when expectations are there, and when there's an expectation to start to see the payoff of we're going to start rebuilding. When the expectations are there, that's when you can start getting critical. Same thing with Luke Richardson. Like, he hasn't had expectations to win and have success in the wins and losses columns. He's had expectations of get the most out of these guys, develop the young guys, develop the guys that are going to matter down the road. For the most part, he's passing those tests, I would say. And with Davidson, it was execute your tear down. He did that. Get some good young talent. He's done that. Now it's moving into the next phase, which is let's get some players in here that are going to continue to help the young players move forward, while also continuing to build on the organizational culture and expectations that they're starting to set and that they want to continue to do.
Yeah.
So look, like if we're sitting here a year from now and we're talking about a top 5 pick, and I think then you're going to see us be a little bit more critical, because I don't think the expectation of next season is to be in this spot again. So we'll see. I
would think not. And I will say too, though, and you made a good point, whatever day it was, yesterday, maybe it was Monday, whatever it was, that, they should start adding, but you've got a bunch of guys that you think are NHLers coming up, and you don't necessarily want to box them out. So some of the premier guys are not going to be, they're not going to be brought in. Like, you're talking about like the Arvidsons, like those kind of guys, like even to an extent, like we talk about Tavo kind of hopefully, and Stamkos is a pipe dream. I think like Arvidsson level guys, like or an older guy like Chris Tanev might be the kind of guy they could bring in. But in terms of like even next year, like going after Draisaitl or Rantanen or one of those like superstar guys, I don't know. It's not often those guys become free agents anymore.
Sure.
So unless one of those teams kind of falls out and you want to trade for them ahead of time, you've got the draft capital to do it. See, that's why, aside from whether or not you think all these prospects or half these prospects or whatever are going to pan out,
shoot it, don't pass it. Oh, what I just tell you.
Damn it,
Alex. Oh,
that might be a kick. That might be a kick.
No, ref's calling it a good goal.
Woo, what a play.
But
always pass it.
You have those assets to trade for somebody.
Yeah.
You got multiple first round picks this year. You got multiple first round picks coming up. Like, it's, you can make those deals you have to make because,
that's not a kick at all.
Marian Hosas don't come around anymore.
Right.
And if you want them, you got to trade for them. Like, Jesus, why am I blanking on New Jersey? Timo Meier. Thank you. Yes. Like, they had to trade for that and then sign it.
Oh,
yeah,
that's the way these things
Panthers
go.
Had to trade for Matthew Tkachuk.
Right.
Did that get his stick or his foot? Because that's.
It's still not a distinct
I don't think that's.
kicking
I don't.
motion.
That's not him kicking the puck.
No, that's.
But that is a kick motion.
Hit his stick.
I don't know if it's gonna count.
You
Who
think
knows?
no?
Who knows? Anything can happen with a
I'm not going to
replay
guess.
review.
Every
He
time
is
I guess,
attempting
I'm
to hit
wrong.
it with his stick and just misses.
Right, but he definitely gets it with his foot. I don't know. Flip a coin.
Yeah.
And that was actually a Blackwell pass back to him. Watching it live, I thought he just missed the pass.
He's trying.
He's trying to stop it.
He's
He's
trying
not
to stop
trying
it.
to get forward.
It's a maneuver to corral the puck.
It's not a
with your
kick
foot.
to the stick kind of move. It just missed the stick and went into the net.
Yeah,
He
don't
wasn't
think this
kicking
is
it
gonna
towards the
stand.
net per se. He was trying to stop the puck.
I don't think this is going to
But
stand.
I don't know. It's up to the ref's interpretation.
Hell of an effort, though.
Does it hit the stick first? Kinda.
It looks like it does.
It's got to
hit the
hit,
heel of
but
the
it's got to
stick.
hit the stick after it hits
Oh,
his foot.
did it hit the stick
I
there?
don't think it did.
Let's see what the official
On the
review
official
is.
review, no goal. Yeah,
Boo!
yeah,
That's fine.
it's all right.
Great. Now they're not going to make the playoffs. Thanks a lot, ref.
Well, that could have been for Jason Dickinson to win the team's goal.
Yeah, that would have put him at the team
Put
lead.
him all by himself.
Team lead for goals. He's having a great year. You talk about successes this season, Jason Dickinson.
Well, and listen, that was a guy that Kyle Davidson got a second-round pick to take on.
Mm-hmm.
Vancouver had to offload his money.
Yeah,
I was told the Hawks didn't win any picks. They didn't win any trades.
but
No, Kyle Davidson doesn't bring in NHL players,
Yeah.
right. Mhm.
except
He
Jason Dickinson.
misrepresented on another podcast, but that's a different story.
You know, when you had said something the other day about the Kirby Doc.
Yeah.
A fully healthy Kirby Doc would have got more during the season.
Yeah.
There was a GIF I wanted to tweet to that, but I thought it would have been a little too obvious. It was a gift of the Crimson Ghost, which is what the Misfits use as their logo.
Crimson Ghost.
You would have understood where I was going with
Yep.
that, but I didn't want to start a social media war because it's not worth it.
Crimson Ghost.
Yeah, the skull that the Misfits use. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's from
I've seen that logo.
yeah, it's actually from a 1950s horror movie
Oh, okay.
called the Crimson Ghost.
Cool.
There's your punk rock history lesson for the day.
Nice. I learned something.
I love me some Misfits. Glenn Danzig is a pudwack now, but the Misfits as a band are awesome.
They give you the best minute 30 every time they put a song out.
Hey, lots of bands do that.
They get right to it.
Yeah.
You got a favorite Misfit song, Greg?
I do.
What is it?
Man, there's so many good ones. Last Caress is a good one.
That's pretty great. I think London Dungeon is my favorite.
London Dungeon's a good one. That's a true story based on when they were arrested in London. I'm a big fan of Hybrid Moments.
I love Hybrid Moments.
Those
are my two favorite.
I'm a big fan of anything off the Static Age record is good.
Good boy.
Yeah, good stuff from the Misfits. London Dungeon's good. Astro Zombies is good.
Yeah, I do love me some Danzig too.
Yeah, if he's really turned into quite the mouth breathing pudwack, but
shock.
His music's pretty good. One of my biggest thrills was 2016 Riot Fest when the original Misfits got back together. See, never thought I'd see them.
Yeah,
I've seen the original Misfits now 3 times since then, and they put on a great show, man. They play all the songs you want to hear. Skulls is another good one.
Yep.
They got so many good songs.
Halloween.
Yep.
By the way, Greg, I was told earlier today in the Slack that I was supposed to take the over in this game, and I'm getting a little upset about the score being 1-1.
Oh,
Dude, if you're still taking betting advice from me at this point, it's your fault.
Jay's Who's Not Your Hawk is not looking great.
Oh, we got time.
Yeah.
We got time on both.
What was the over? 6.5?
Yes, 6.5. Or
They're usually 6.5.
I don't.
NHL is 5.5,
5.5 or
6.5.
6.
It might have been 5.5, but I took it at 6.5 because I got plus money. So
Well, we're halfway through. They got 3.
it's what? Isn't it 1-1?
Oh, it's 2-1.
Who?
1-1. That goal got taken off the board.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought the Kings had a 2-1 lead.
No.
All right. Whatever.
Cutter Gauthier got his first NHL point.
for
Everybody.
him.
Really?
Another.
What's his plus
NHL's
minus?
newest villain.
I think is he up for the Calder after his plus minus must be pretty good now.
Hey, I don't think he qualifies. Does that? Yeah, I saw the Ducks. Ducks are beating Golden Knights 3-1. So if the Kings win, they'll be third in the Pacific and play the Oilers, and the Golden Knights will play Dallas. Methinks the Golden Knights want nothing to do with the Edmonton Oilers.
I don't really blame them.
If you're losing 3-1 on home ice to the Ducks, I'm guessing they're
It's
not.
kind of like the Bruins, like, oh no,
Yeah.
oh no,
we gotta play the Maple
last.
Leafs. Oh
Oops.
no.
I'm fine. We're good. What'd I do? I did something.
You kicked the Coors Light bottle.
Just a bottle.
Yeah, but something.
It
Did I
hit
knock
other
over the
bottle.
stick?
No, the stick
No.
is fine. Somehow the stick is fine.
You clipped the middle bottle. And
The
it
stick
hit the
is
other-
still
Oh,
standing.
There it goes.
There it goes.
There it
Now you
goes.
did it.
That's fine. Whatever.
Well, we'll get it later.
It's upside down. Big.
We'll get it ready for the
Nah,
post game show.
we already gave them their read. They're good.
That is a cool stick, though. The wrap on that is sweet.
Good luck, Mario. It really doesn't stay unless you got to push those pucks in the on the left side there together.
Yeah, you got to wedge it between two pucks.
Give it the old wedgie. Good work, everybody. Teamwork.
All right.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
How many hockey podcasters does it take to make a stick stand up?
It's basic physics.
Two.
Takes
I believe
two.
it
The
was
answer is
two.
Two.
I
One less hockey podcaster than licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
1,
Wow.
2, 3.
3.
Come on,
I love that
Kershey.
they still show that commercial every once in a while.
Yeah,
It worked.
it's good branding.
It's like Empire. Greatest ad campaign in history.
800.
Everybody knows
Are
it.
they still our friends?
I think so.
They're always-
Come on. Don't
Always
call
your
that.
friends.
Jesus.
Man, the 3 calls against the Hawks tonight have been a little
Well,
meh.
Well, they're all stick infractions, so it's penalties that are avoidable.
That's legit.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's a bad play.
Yeah, all right.
Call 866. Oh wait, no. 800. I'm getting my jingles mixed up.
588-2300.
588-2300.
The 866 one is is that the Speegs one?
No, I was
Quality
no
quality
I was
window signing and
thinking
door.
of
866-4FELCO.
yeah, the 4 windows.
Yeah, that's Matt Spiegel singing the that
That's
jingle.
right. The Felco jingle is Matt Spiegel. Never paid for
Falco?
that, by the way.
No, I wasn't doing Falco.
Oh, okay.
Well, now you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Some more local history. We're full of history.
He told me that. I'm like, no way. Then I heard it. I'm like, that is definitely you.
I've heard that a million times.
I
And
know.
you told me that in the press box last week, and the commercial for them came on during the
Oh.
Cubs game, and I was like, "That's totally
That's
Matt Spiegel.
definitely Matt Spiegel.
That is totally a young Matt Spiegel
Yep.
singing that song." And I've seen Matt Spiegel sing in person quite a few times.
very
with,
good.
Tributosaurus.
Tributosaurus is awesome.
They are professionals. They do it right.
Ooh.
So if you
man,
if you see this summer, the music fests are coming. And if you see Tributosaurus playing in your area and they're going to be as one of your favorite bands,
Go see it.
Go see it.
They did Crosby,
Tributosaurus.
Stills, and
Tributos- now it's
2-1.
2-1.
What is that?
Tributosaurus. It's Matt Spiegel and a
Mm.
bunch of
I feel his
Byfield.
bonus.
There you go.
all right. You're
There's
welcome.
There's your money.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Yeah,
very
everyone
happy about
knew.
that.
He had money to earn tonight.
Oh, he's apparently buying dinner tomorrow.
You got it.
I got
He's
tied up
so
a stick
good.
there.
He's good.
That's a guy that
Need one of
again,
those, please.
a lot of people in
Dano
LA
again.
and
2 assists for Dano.
other people. Oh, that Dano's goal. Did Jones put that in?
That
might be Dano's goal.
Nah,
I think
they're
that
gonna
went
give
off
it
of-
a. They're gonna give it a buy.
I think that went off of Jones's stick. You're celebrating for nothing.
he's gonna slip $100 to the scorekeeper to keep it his goal.
But that was a guy
Allegedly.
last year. A lot of people started using the B word around, and these young kids, high picks. Some of them take time. They're not all.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny too? Doesn't it seem like sometimes, and maybe this is just in my brain, I could be totally wrong. Does it seem like bigger prospects take longer to develop?
You
Which
mean
seems
Sometimes,
size-wise?
which seems
Yeah.
weird. Like, I don't know, like just to
They-
find their game at the NHL level. Because I think for so long you have guys who are that can just bully their way through the juniors because they're so big
Mm-hmm.
that when they finally get up against guys who are their size, it's like it's a bit of an adjustment. Whereas Bedard has been fighting his size forever. Like he's always been one of the smaller guys, so he knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas Byfield gets up here and he's still big.
But it's the first time he's playing against his size.
Exactly. I wonder. I don't know.
That's an interesting off-season study.
Yeah. I think those guys need time to acclimate to the league and like you said, playing against other men who are their size. But also it's just sometimes it's these guys go through those like late growth spurts where one season they're 6 foot 170 and then their draft year they're 6'3", 190 and they don't know how to keep up with their and it's 3-1.
Well, now it's 3-1, Lawrence. See?
That could have been a penalty behind the net. I'd like to see that again.
Well, doesn't matter because it's 3-1. Anyways, sometimes those big guys take some time.
What's your favorite guy, Trevor Moore?
Just looks like a dick.
If anyone knows,
he just fell down.
German.
It's Jared Tenorti. He's helping me win. Who's not? Oh, look at this! Look at this all-star play right here. Lowest blue line.
3 assists for Philippe Deneau.
Worst trade in Blackhawks.
Oh
history.
my God!
Second worst trade.
What's
terrible?
The Philippe Deneau trade is the second worst trade in Blackhawks.
What's the worst?
History. The Phil Esposito trade.
That's pretty bad.
Even though the guys they got for Phil Esposito still
decent,
were longtime contributors, but it wasn't Phil Esposito.
Yeah.
I would say what Philippe Deneau has turned into and what I think a lot of people thought he could have been with this team, much more valuable than Tomas Fleischmann and Dale Weiss.
Yes.
It's funny. Like
anybody would
keeping Deneau like could potentially have change the trajectory of this organization.
Could have definitely changed a lot.
Could have kept that window open a lot longer.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Weiss and Fleischmann did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't get Bedard.
Whoops. Apparently, that ice is not good there.
I tweeted about Lucas Reichel, and the German Hornbots are out here
with those. They're into some weird stuff in Germany.
Mine knock photos im profile.
Nice.
Which translates
Why don't
to
you slack them to law and see what comes up.
Which translates to my nude photos in profile. So what a wonderful website we got going on
do
here.
They have any bush dongs in their profile?
No.
That needs to be our CHGO Cub shirt. Bush dong and profile. You're welcome.
I will not.
The shirt makes
I will
itself.
not check out their bios to check.
We're not at work.
No.
Save that for home.
But hey, now I know that knock photos means
when I almost showed you Bonnie McMurray in the press box, I'm like, you know what?
Like, dude,
I was gonna show you later.
Bonnie McMurray.
She had a little gift.
That was also
she had a nice little gift on Instagram.
I believe that was the same.
You can send me that if you want.
Mario accidentally opened
up
Charlie's link.
Charlie's.
And I looked to
Simpson
the
story.
right, and I was like, "Oh my God, is that what I thought it is?"
All right, here we go. Come on,
Nick.
Fligno. You're fired.
This game turned around when Dickinson's goal got taken off the board.
He got caught cheating. 7 shots on goal through 2 periods of hockey.
That's not good.
Not ideal.
Not ideal. Yeah.
All right, come on, Nick. Give us something.
That was not the.
Tenorti! Shoot it!
Drew
He
penalty.
Drew penalty.
No, that's gonna help his game score. I don't like that.
Penalty shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the story I was expecting to read.
I had seen that earlier.
Link.
My family sent it to not my family, like wife and daughter. We have like a cousin's uncle chat, and my uncle sent it. I'm like, oh, this is a nope. He got me.
Mm-hmm.
For those that don't know, Charlie the Bacon guy sent a link that said something along the lines of O.J. Simpson's last words to his family.
Final
and it was
conversation
like
with
Bay
family.
Area Chronicle. It looked legit.
Yeah.
And it was the very famous photo of the
interesting.
The jolly looking large black man,
very large black man
sitting on a bed.
Oh yeah,
the very famous meme.
That is a good meme.
Yes.
It's a quality meme.
with his.
And it wasn't the meme. It was the picture that originated the meme.
So Mario opens that link in the press box, and I happen to glance over, and I see that man smiling at me. I go, "What are you doing?"
It's looking menacingly at all of us.
Sitting in the first row of the press box.
Yeah, I was gonna say a first row so that you've got
Well, I don't think
the people
probably can't see. I would not think
see
so.
Down onto the
Not directly behind us, but
they would have had to been staring directly at my screen and see it open, because it was open for less than a second. Because as soon as I saw that face,
for you to slam the computer shut. And
it was
go
it
home.
was,
It
was a quick
on the ice.
It was 9 throws down. I was like, oh my god, my computer! It just jumped out of the press box. I don't know what happened.
It was quickly.
What a guy! So if you get a link from Charlie,
don't open it.
If it's not about bacon, don't open it.
Just send me bacon. Don't send me those links, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I prefer bacon.
Talk about a package of bacon.
I prefer bacon with breakfast, not large tube steak.
Oh boy, yeah, I didn't know
it's a new flavor.
tube steak bacon.
I didn't know Charlie was getting into sausage.
Speaking of Charlie the bacon guy, we had breakfast for dinner tonight.
Oh, it's always a good decision.
Yes. We had hash browns, some over easy eggs, toast, and we made a pound of the Charlie the Bacon Guy chorizo bacon.
Oh,
wait, did you the hash browns? Did you make these yourself? Or are these
just the frozen ones?
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Did you get the Trader Joe's ones?
No, I got them
just
from
like
the
McDonald's ones.
They're very good.
Well, we got
good.
the actual, just like the shredded.
Oh,
potatoes
yeah,
you fry
that-
up.
oh
Like,
yeah.
not the fast food
patties.
versions. Not that I'm against those, but yeah.
One of the few things I can have at McDonald's.
Charlie says he has made bacon sausage. So
Okay,
Thank you, Charlie.
send me that link.
Be careful.
Open that at home.
Anyways,
I'll
But
never
yes,
open
the,
a
browns?
Chorizo bacon for dinner tonight with eggs
Yum.
and hash browns.
So
it was
good.
great.
I love chorizo.
Chorizo is delicious.
So good. And I love chorizo bacon.
Lebowski 5 asking, what part of California is Law from? I am not from California. I am from the Chicagoland
Where'd
area.
that
Why do
come-
people think you're
Yeah,
from
where'd that come
California?
I have no idea.
Because you look like Aaron Rodgers.
Could be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Lebowski suggesting Temecula. No, that is another good internet.
I had a great
I have family in California.
Yeah.
I had a great musical reference today, replying to Mark Lazarus. I don't know how many people actually got it. He tweeted out this morning if he could possibly make it to the Kings morning skate, which I guess was in El Segundo, and make it to the
Spanish for the
Blackhawks.
Mhm.
By the way.
And I said, well, if you go to El Segundo,
just don't
please
leave your
make sure
wallet.
you don't leave. Yeah, don't leave your wallet there. And
Shout out Tribe Called Quest.
yes,
Mario does not.
I left
know that
my
one.
wallet. So yeah,
Come on, Mario. It's like a classic.
Tribe
Classic.
Called Quest.
you don't even know
Tribe Called Quest?
I've heard of it.
All
I've never
90s
never
hip
heard
hop.
of any. I couldn't name one of their songs, but I have heard of that band.
You probably know songs that you
Can I kick it?
can I kick it?
Yes,
Oh,
you
okay.
can.
That's
Yeah.
Tribe
Yeah.
Called Quest.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got that one.
Set to the beat of "Walk on the Wild Side."
Yes.
From
I have
Blueberry.
heard that
Yeah,
before.
that's their most. But they have a song called "I Left My Wallet in El Segundo."
Yeah.
That's my favorite Tribe Called
That's a
Quest
great
song.
song. Gaming for Veterans through 49 to say that he hopes Sodi takes in this third period. Last we'll see him in a Hawks.
Could
Well,
be.
I mean,
Ouch.
there's a distinct
Honestly,
there's
could
a
be.
lot of guys. This could be their last period.
Mhm.
You guys both felt rather confident that Colin Blackwell will be back, or at least saying they should bring him back.
I think he's going to be this year's Tenorti.
I'm completely indifferent about it.
But if you read, speaking of Mark Lazarus and Scott Powers, they put out an article about what this team might look like in the future. They made mention that Colin Blackwell not expected to be back next year, and Scott Powers has got, when Scott Powers has a source that says something that's going on,
It is
it's
declared.
usually so.
For sure.
They made it appear that they're not, and I
I'm not
question that too.
I'm not going to lose sleep over
No,
it.
I questioned it too because if they were going to bring him back, why didn't they give him the extension when they gave Dickinson and Foligno the extension, and Mrazek do it that whole time?
Oh yeah.
And it also kind of made like very fitting that who came out of the lineup to make room for Frank Nazar?
Yeah, you're right.
That was a nice little representation of what's going on here.
Yeah.
So I mean, everybody could be wrong. They could bring him back, but it might be his last period with the Blackhawks.
Yeah, and if it is, he was a great story this year.
Yeah, he's the Masterton.
He's the Masterton nominee.
Nominee, yep.
Connor Murphy's the King Clancy nominee again. Yeah, I mean, he came back from injury, was a force to be reckoned with when he came back, and then kind of fell back to the mean of Colin Blackwell. And he's a nice guy. He's a hard worker. He's well liked in the locker room. Those are all things I thought, you know what, would likely mean like bring him back for 1 year, real cheap. He plays a role on this team, but if it's not, fine. Like
I'll say this like too, and I'm with you. Like if they bring him back for a year at $1 million, whatever, I'm fine with it. But I think that if they don't bring him back, it indicates that this team is like done with the spot holders, done with the guys that are just good guys. Like I believe that would indicate Radish isn't good enough, Johnson's not good enough, Blackwell's not good enough. We have our sights set higher than guys like that, and we know we've got some young guys ready to come up and make an impact.
Colton Dock be Colin Blackwell.
Yeah,
next year.
If a guy like Blackwell is not brought back, that does make me feel like they are opening spots for the young guys, and next year's team is going to be like it's going to be the raw version of the next era.
It's time to either let a young guy take that spot or find someone better to take that spot.
Right.
And as I've said a few times the last couple weeks, my realistic free agent targets, I am leading the bring back Max Domi campaign.
Yeah.
I think he would be
he'd be a good fit with this team.
He would, and you only got the 1 year deal. You could probably overpay him $1 million, maybe give him an extra year.
Yep.
He'd look really good on this team. And I also would love to see either or both, probably not both, but either Jake DeBrusk or Jack Roslovic come in. And those are two guys that are like,
I don't know if you got room for both.
Probably not both, but any two of those three would be great additions. Or even just one of those three.
One of those three is good. Two of those three is not bad.
Because you're going to have Taylor Hall back, who actually took part in morning skate today.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
I was like, what is he going to play?
Well, I mean, he's been skating for like what, a month and a half now?
Yeah, but he took the trip.
Yeah.
He said he took it as a kind of to reward himself after all the hard rehab he's doing.
Some R&R on the beach.
Definitely on track to be back in the lineup for opening night. But as we've said many times, and as many of you know, you don't know how dependable, how reliable he's going to be. Like, you don't know. You'd love to have him play 70 games next year. What are the chances of that happening? Probably not great. So
the hope is, the surgery and everything, and the rehab and the time off that he'll have, he'll be as close to 100% or right there at 100% as he's been in years.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Starting next season. So,
did we mention sorry, I was reading something. Did we? I know you guys were talking about some awards. We have two in the books. Connor Hellebuck has won the Jennings. And Nikita Kucherov with 144 points
locked up the
has won the Art Ross. And
144 points.
He's the Hart Trophy winner. I'm sorry, like Tampa without Kucherov. It's such 144 points.
Had the Penguins made the playoffs, my vote would have gone to Sidney Crosby.
Sure.
But it's tough to argue with that because we saw last year if you take away Nathan McKinnon from the Avalanche, he missed a lot of time last year, and they still were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference because of Mikko Rantanen, who should have been last year's Hart Trophy winner.
Yeah, agreed.
You're gonna know where the votes are coming from. Everybody down in the Southeast is going to vote for Kucherov. Everybody in Canada is going to vote for either Connor McDavid in the West or Austin Matthews in the East.
Matthews is going to get as many votes as people think.
Yeah, everybody in Toronto is going to vote for him, and that's half the NHL media.
I feel like we are at a point where Austin Matthews may be underrated league-wide. I know it sounds crazy, but I think there's a lot of Leaf fatigue.
All he does is score goals, though.
There's a lot of Leafs fatigue with people because you're right. All the Toronto media is going to vote for Matthews, and then you're going to get the people. They just won't vote for him because he's a Leaf.
Out west, they're going to get a lot of McKinnon. It's going to be a very interesting vote. It's going to be probably the closest, most spread out, number one.
I think, I think it's going to be
when you define it as most valuable.
Yeah,
I know it often comes down to a scoring race, but guess what? Kucherov's got both those boxes checked.
Yeah, if you lead the league in points, and if your team is significantly impacted, if you are replaced by average NHL player to a point where
they're not a playoff team.
They're not. Yeah, you're not a playoff team without them. Like. That's pretty significant, and you could make the same argument for McDavid and McKinnon and all that. But I think, to your point, Jay, I think when you lead the league in points and then have that kind of impact on your team, there's really not much else you can say about being regarded as most valuable.
Not a lot of hype when he hit 100 assists. I know he did it in 82 games
tonight, right?
Yeah, but. McDavid did it in fewer games.
He's not playing for the Edmonton Oilers.
Right.
Does he have
By the way, don't you think of Kucherov as big?
No.
I always think of him as like a big power forward.
He's not.
No, not at all.
He just looks big. I think the Lightning uniform, it's like they were saying, I think it was what Chaos was saying, how much bigger Hurdle looks in a Vegas uniform.
Yeah.
Like it's like a weird
Hurdle. I did not know was 6'3", 220.
Hurdle's huge.
He's huge. That I didn't know. No, Kucherov, he's never come off as a big guy to me. No.
We're having a lot of people in the chat. We have another super chat I see here.
Yeah, Hawkeye, $5. Bros, good to be back for the last game of the season. Can't wait to see who we draft and what the future holds. Ready to turn the page on this one.
It's bro time.
Thank you, Hawkeye.
Yes.
Bro time. It's bro time.
Hawkeye.
I don't have a head to turn.
But what were you saying about?
We have a lot of people in the chat asking,
hit the like button
if we can do one tankathon spin tonight for good luck since it worked last year.
It did work last year.
You know what? Maybe
let's do it in the post game.
I'll be honest. I don't even know how to do it.
82 games.
You don't know how to do it?
No, I don't know. I don't know how to do it.
We've gone 82 games.
If we get 200 likes in the post game, we'll do it.
That's it. We'll incentivize it.
1,000.
Well, let's work on getting 200 in this stream.
I say we do one.
Yeah, we need 200 in the watch along and 200 in the post game, and we'll do it.
No,
relax. Let me get this thought.
We are nothing if we're not man of integrity.
No, I'm saying let's do one next week. So it's technically not during the season.
All right, I can do that.
We've stuck to our guns. We did not do one during the season.
That's great.
We didn't say anything about after this.
You can teach me how to do it. I think I know what we're doing, but I don't really know what we're
doing.
I'll
take that under consideration.
Maybe not tonight, but before the draft. If you guys, I'll tell you what, if we win the Charlie the Bacon Guy contest, we'll do a tankathon.
CHGO Hawks.
Yes. CHGO Hawks in the order. Save 10%.
Yes. We're losing to the White Sox.
That's ridiculous. No one loses to the White Sox.
Yes.
Oh, no. What?
We're losing to the White Sox. Think about that.
Oh, my God. To root for.
We are the first person. We're the first organization all year who have said we're losing to the White Sox.
To be fair, they probably need the bacon.
Nah.
But they've got like 18 people watching their show. How are they outselling us?
Ridiculous.
I think
it's burner accounts.
Herb.
Do we have no pride?
Herb bought 80 pounds by himself.
Herb has like 73 accounts. Give me.
Herb placed 19 orders just by himself. As long as he brings some in and share, I'll take it. Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, track that IP address, Charlie.
Yeah, no.
Yes. So if you guys start buying the Charlie the Bacon Guy and use the promo code CHGO Hawks and help us win that competition, we'll give you all the tankathon spins you want. It's a two-way street here, people.
Sure.
You just don't give stuff away.
I'll agree to that. I just want to get through 82 post games.
Jeffrey Fisher says because Bacon is not any good. Can you get him out of here, please?
Please
run him out of here.
Wow, that's weird. That's a strange thing. He also said he actually said Bikasu. He couldn't spell because. Okay, speaking of the word because.
I just did one.
No.
I'm not telling the results.
Why does my stupid iPhone, I use the swipe method of texting where you just back and forth.
Sure.
It's very easy. I like changed to that like 4 years ago and I've never gone back. I try and type because and it says it autocorrects to Becca's, like capital BECCA''S.
What are you doing at
Who's
Becca's?
Becca?
Yeah. I don't know a Becca. I have no Becca in my phone.
Sure you don't. We just found out what Lawrence's side piece's name is.
Yeah. I have no idea.
Mine goes to because.
I
don't because, use this. And then it also suggests became, butte, and beaches.
The autocorrect is
mine went right to Bacon. See, it's because I'm fat and you guys are skinny. That's why.
if I swipe Bacon, it's Bacon. Because is
I swipe Bacon as often as
I got because, and the alternate suggestion is beaches, like beach apostrophe S.
Yeah. Well,
tell me you're right about the Blackhawks.
I wonder. Yeah, I was gonna say. I wonder why that's the case.
I just typed because
Nexuses.
And I got the three underneath are Bavaria, Bernardo's, and Bacardi's.
I mean, these are places you get Italian beef
when
from.
you're visiting Bavaria.
I have no idea.
That's fun. It's a fun game.
I've never done that. I can't do it.
I interchange the swiping and tapping the letters. Depends on how long the word is. Because I'll swipe.
Though I have gone total old man route and I have done the voice to text a lot.
My wife does that a lot. And I'm like, are you talking to me? What's going on?
There are times that I will literally wait till I get in the car to answer a text message so I could just talk it. Like if somebody texts me like 5 minutes before I get in the car to drive to work.
Are you doing the voice to text or are you recording the voice memo that you send as a text message? Okay.
Yeah.
Voice to text.
I did that too. Do you punctuate your voice text?
I do.
I'm going to the store, period. What do you need? Question mark.
Yes. I do.
Yeah.
Huh.
I did that too.
Otherwise, you still have to type if you're trying to punctuate that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I add the punctuations.
Someday though, it'll get smart enough to recognize when you're asking a question.
Sometimes though, if you don't say question mark, I'm pretty sure it will still do it.
If it reads it as a question.
Right.
Text Greg Boysen. Do you need anything from the store?
All right.
It did do a question mark.
See, I don't think you have to do the question mark.
Right.
Well, do you?
Good to know.
I think it's smart enough to know if
and I asked it as a statement too. I didn't go store.
Right. Yeah.
I'm Ron Burgundy.
Who put the question mark on it?
Oh, F yourself, San Diego.
Leaky. This is a long intermission, isn't it?
No.
Feels like it. I know they're all the same length, but it feels long, is what I'm saying.
I'm gonna go grab a beverage.
Can you grab me another Dr. Pepper, please?
I feel like last time we had a watch along, I was offering you to go get things.
We were doing the Stone Cold beer throws.
I didn't do that this time. I could.
What?
No. Okay.
Oof. Yeah, Trevor Moore looks like a Pudwack. I don't know if he is or not, but he's got Pudwackian face.
Pudwackian face.
He looks like a bully, like a high school bully.
Oh, avoided it.
It's like the limbo.
Trevor Moore.
Third period about to be underway.
Yes.
We'll give you a countdown here in a second.
Blackhawks have a power play.
1959, 58, 57, 56.
Guys, this is the last period of Blackhawks hockey in the 23-24 season.
Unless they tie it up.
50.
Well,
all right. I need a Connor Bedard goal here to end my season on a high note.
We got to highlight real goal from Reichel. Let's get one from Bedard and or Nazar and call it a night.
Yep.
Yeah, I did ask the chat if we were going to get a Bedard goal tonight, and
be nice.
68% are saying yes.
Top power play unit 66. Is Bedard, Nazar, Kurashev, Foligno, and Jones.
Cool.
Interesting.
Nice. I mean, they're giving Nazar some run, which is
why not?
I think part of it is end of the season, let the kids play, and part of it is he's earning it. He's played well.
Good.
Again, I find it hard to believe he won't be one of the 13 best forwards on this team coming out of training camp next year. And a lot of people are saying, well, he has to be in the top 6. Like, he doesn't have to be. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Well, it depends on what the roster looks like.
Yeah,
too.
There's a lot of things to be figured out with the roster. But, if he's a third line wing or center, that's okay, depending on how they match him up. But nothing says,
oh, God.
Seth.
Disintegrating stick.
Get yourself a shift hockey
Goddamn
stick.
termites.
Nothing says he has to be the number 2 center next year for game 1 to make this roster. I don't think that's so set in stone that it has to.
I
be
agree with that
way.
too. He has shown the ability to.
Hey, Tyler
That's a hell of
Johnson.
a shot.
Greg shouts, "Last goal is a Blackhawk."
Yeah, I don't know how we can declare the Art Ross Trophy won when the game is still going on.
That's true.
Someone could have a 99-point third period here. Nice play by Donato. Korchinski will get an assist.
Donato to Korchinski to
Beautiful.
Johnson. Oh, that hurts my who's not your Hawk.
That's a great shot.
That's a really good shot. Top
Using
corner.
the screen there.
Nice. Oh,
Can't take that one
went
off the
through,
board.
Through Talbot's legs. So that's what, 18 goals this year, I think, now for Tyler Johnson.
That many?
17 or 18.
Damn.
Yeah. And he missed some time.
I think a contending team would look at him and say, why not?
4th line center.
Give him $1 million to come and provide some depth.
Yeah.
Provide some leadership.
Yeah, definitely.
I have nothing against him. I just feel like there's people that can do what he does in this organization. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree.
Sneaky going that
Are
way.
those Windy City Hockey provided
Oh, nice.
gummy bears?
My wife ate mine. That's okay.
My wife.
Hey, I saw something food-wise today. I forgot to mention. I stopped for coffee on the way in.
I like food. Wait, are we allowed to talk about coffee at 11 p.m.?
People only drink coffee in the morning.
People only drink coffee in the morning.
So I stopped for my
had coffee
8 p.m.
tonight at
coffee.
7 p.m.
I coffee on my way in too.
And it was also a Baskin
Crack
Robbins.
sales guy.
They had dreamsicle marigold ice cream
Yes.
with
Yes.
real marigold flour in it.
I saw that.
Interesting.
I thought marigolds like killed dogs or something.
You're not a dog.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Marigolds kill dogs.
Or they keep animals away. They don't like the smell of them or something. Like you're supposed
no
to.
idea about that.
Aren't you supposed to plant marigolds in your garden to keep animals away? I have heard this. You
To
seen
the
this? You
internet.
hear about this? Grapes kill dogs too, though.
Yeah,
So does
don't,
chocolate.
yeah, don't let your
Marigold.
child eat raisins when they're just thrown.
What's the deal with the marigold?
Did you have a choking situation?
Don't give your child
I got home one night and there was unclear if a raisin had gotten on the floor and like my wife was trying to like
A kid can't have raisins?
no my dog.
Oh, a
Oh,
dog.
your dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Well, a raisin was once a grape. So
Yep.
I would.
we
think
were
it
we
would
were
be
trying to get our dog to throw it up and by using like I don't even know what it was. Some
Usually
weird
baking
thing.
soda, I think, right?
I don't know, but it
stick your finger down
Uh,
his throat.
It's
Yeah.
not fun.
not great.
I had to retrieve a grape
she's
from
still
my
fine, so-
baby cousin's throat. That was very
Ugh.
scary.
Oh,
Oof.
thank you.
I was the only adult in the room, and the baby was like, I'm like, oh my God. I had to like literally
Oof.
reach in and pull it out.
No thanks. The marigold plants can be mildly toxic to dogs when ingested
See?
and can also cause irritation when contact is made with the fur and skin. Through the effects of this plant,
Oh, hey, we got a tie game, baby.
Woo! Whoa! Take that, old man
Tie
Dowdy.
game.
Hey, Lawrence.
Old man Dowdy.
6 total goals, my friend.
We need a 7th to decide the winner, as long as it's not in the shootout.
You know, they're not a sponsor, but if they want to be,
Dr. Pepper?
Dr. Pepper.
Oh.
Phenomenal.
Yes.
Barbecue pop.
Oh,
My favorite.
That's an appointment with a doctor I'll never miss.
Dr. Pepper is my favorite of all sodas.
Do you like the cherry Dr. Pepper? Or you
It's
just
not
go
bad.
the standard.
Some of the flavors are good. The cream soda Dr. Pepper is
Oh, yeah.
really good.
Yep.
The strawberries and cream wasn't bad.
Great drive to
Berries
the
and
net.
cream. Did you say berries and cream?
The berries and cream
I'll bring
one
some of
wasn't
those
bad
in.
either.
Great drive in the net by Joey Anderson.
It
Yeah.
was.
Nice play.
Just like that.
We are tied.
That is a brand new
Tie
game.
It'd be really fun to win the last game of the year.
Yeah, it would.
Why the hell not?
Doesn't matter. You're second to last in the NHL. Just
Korchinski has a primary assist. Arvid Soderblom's playing nice. I think I'm going to win Who's Not Your Hawk.
That's true. You're probably in the lead.
Or do I lose Who's Not?
Yeah, you lose.
You'd lose, but you'd win. Oh,
Foligno.
Okay. Draw a penalty.
That's penalty. He fell down. That's penalty. That's how the Kings got penalties. Also wouldn't mind if somebody punched Drew Doughty in the face as hard as they could.
Cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper is
cherry vanilla. Okay.
Top tier.
Yes, Dr. Pepper, just regular Dr. Pepper is my favorite of all the sodas.
I have a confession. Charlie sent me the cherry Dr. Pepper bacon.
Mm-hmm.
What?
And I did not think to realize that because it was so sweet that it would burn more quickly, and I burnt it.
Oh no.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I was very upset.
Reichel.
One thing I saw on that Johnson goal that I liked, Reichel was right at the side of the net waiting for a rebound.
Yeah, it's good. It was power play, right?
It was.
Yeah.
Be around the net on a power play. Good things will eventually happen for you.
Slaggert had the lone assist on the Joey Anderson.
Good for him.
Goal.
Nice.
3 assists for Slaggert. 4 points.
He's the other one who
I
don't see any reason for him to be in Rockford.
We'll see how training camp plays out, but I would think he's in the running to be an NHL player next year.
Yeah. And as I said before, if he's your 14th best forward, that's not a bad thing either.
Yeah,
that means the roster big
is
time.
Roster's improved.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to ask Luke, if I can get it in Saturday, would be like, how do you look at the college game as a developmental path?
Come on.
As a what?
Is a developmental path. Like, is it comparable to the AHL? Is it in terms of competition? Because you've had some guys come up from college and kind of jump right in.
I think college is a good developmental path because they play.
Hey!
Ryan Donato, take that, Tam Calvert.
Ryan Donato.
And congratulations to Tyler Johnson for scoring his last goal with the Blackhawks.
How about that?
Does Talbot have stepbrothers on his helmet? Did I see that right?
Does he?
Or is it Simon and Garfunkel? I can't tell. I think he does.
Either way.
Twisty's going to get an assist on that one.
There you go.
Bad turnover by Phil Deneau. That doesn't
Jacob
happen
Magna forcing turnovers.
Look at that.
Screen and a tip by Donato.
What a turn of events.
Wow. It is crazy what happens when you throw the effing puck. Look at, is that Will Ferrell on it? I'm telling you.
Look,
it might be Will Ferrell.
I think he's coming out of the game here.
No, he was adjusting his equipment.
He should be adjusting his eyeballs.
They're taking a timeout
this period.
Hey guys,
you guys are bad right now.
Quit shitting your pants.
Okay, wait. You're allowed to take a timeout after giving up 3 goals in a row. I didn't know that was. I didn't know you could do that.
Gotta save them for.
They're like rollover minutes.
Well, this period's been fun.
Yeah. Hey, how about that?
You're being outshot 30-12, and you're winning 4-3.
Hockey
continues to be the dumbest sport of them all.
By the way, I didn't even get to say this, but Paul in the chat said that this is after the tying goal, that I was guaranteed the over. Hooray to me for winning a bet.
You got it.
See?
You got the over.
You.
Now,
I was never in doubt.
Except for the part where I also bet the Kings over total goals. And
what was their over total?
I believe I needed 5. So
5?
Still 13 minutes to go.
I added 1. I took plus money.
Oh,
I like my plus money.
Gotcha.
Hey, if they come back and win, they're going to get you your 5.
They need to get to 5 to win. Yeah.
There's 13 minutes
left. So long as it's not in the shootout.
Don't put it past the Blackhawks to give up 2 goals in 13 minutes.
Now, JD has a good point in the chat here. JD says that if the Blackhawks score 109 more goals this period and give up no more, they'll finish with an even goal differential in the season.
All right. You know what?
Let's try and work for.
We're on the right track.
I like that math.
Oh, something to work for.
I like that math.
Okay.
They are, they're trying not to be the least.
Jared Snorty has been pinching a lot, and Bedard's like, no, I'm not passing to you. Shut up.
Blackhawks are trying to not be the worst goal-scoring team in franchise history.
How many more do they need?
11, I believe.
Well,
I think
at this pace they might get it. No, that
go.
Yeah. This team will
they're gonna call
that.
No.
This team will be the lowest goal-scoring team in an 80-plus game season in Blackhawks franchise history.
Congratulations.
Worse than the 03-04 Blackhawks, which, if you'll remember that team, congratulations for remembering them.
Well, had this team not gone through that just unbelievably bad luck of injuries that month in January, that stat is not a thing.
But yeah, if you have a 70 games of Taylor Hall and Corey Perry isn't dismissed from this team,
where's the defense? Okay, they're way back.
I don't think we're talking about the worst.
I mean, even that January when you lost Foligno and Bedard in the same game, and Tyler Johnson was out. Bless you.
Thank you.
And Lucas Reichel was non-existent.
Yeah.
If we had this Lucas Reichel from the start of the season, there's your 11 goals right there.
Right.
And Andreas Athanasiou, so this team wasn't constructed to be the lowest scoring team in franchise history. It just the way it played out.
And
Chucky Bacon, Kings are plus 225 money line right now. I don't know if anyone wants to take that.
1-800-GAMBLER.
You're the one that stays up in the middle of the night looking at darts.
I don't stay up for those. I just bet them and then go to bed and see the results in the morning.
Have you let your wife know that? That you're betting the college fund on darts?
It's not the college fund.
Go.
Come on, Nazar.
Go. Shoot it.
Selfish. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That didn't go in.
Come on.
Did that not go in?
I don't know how that didn't go in.
No way.
How did that not go in?
No
I demand a replay.
way.
That was a great move. It's kind of like the defense was just like, yeah, you can skate right by us if you want.
Oh, man. Check the tapes.
Yeah,
where's
if the horn hasn't blown by now, he must have just put it
that
across the goal line.
That must have hit the post and went right across the goal line. I thought it was in.
The NHL should tweet that out, and then everyone get mad about it. Remember in the preseason when Bedard made like a sick move on Detroit, and they're like, "Oh my god, he didn't score."
Yeah.
Quit showing videos of this guy.
Stop glazing him.
Quit glazing. You're glazing.
It's the same morons talking about plus minus now. Like, we get it. You hate the Blackhawks, but you
Michigan.
still appreciate
Michigan.
it.
Come on, Kopitar, you coward.
Speaking of the Red Wings, you guys read Max Boltman's article in the Athletic about basically pointing out what we had kind of heard
talking in the past tense about the Red Wings.
Patrick Kane is checked out.
Post-game comments is that it was all past tense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a
rocket scientist.
Well, guess what? We're going to be inundated with
with
people talking about the return because
last did a poll and
it's not just that. Good old Maple Leafs diehard Paul Bissonnette tweeted out, probably not coming back to Detroit, probably going back to Chicago with Bedard.
No,
just understand what the difference is between a reporter and a talking head.
Yeah.
They're not.
I did appreciate Biz's comments about Arizona last night.
I appreciate nothing about Biz.
I didn't hear him.
Oh.
Second he comes on my TV, I change the channel.
Well, he played for the Coyotes.
5 years. 5 years there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. They were at one point the only team that would employ him. So
that's what he said. He said, I mean,
good for him.
And
my favorite stat is when they there was a meme earlier in the year where they had the panel and they had like career points and and Henrik Lundqvist had one more career point as a goalie than Paul Bissonnette as a forward did.
Well, when you play 6 games a year.
Yeah. No, it's not happening, people.
I gotta see the Nazar play again, please.
Yeah, And yeah,
of course, there's been no whistle for 5 minutes.
I saw Mark Lazarus
like 2014 all over again.
Poll and everything on Twitter about.
Wait, so was that also sent to you by Charlie?
No,
not that.
No, I saw it organically.
Screw it, just score here.
He even worded it. He was just,
not going to happen.
Kyle Davidson has been pretty clear that it's not going to happen. But what do you fans think? Well, what do you think
for the record, by the way, I
don't hate Patrick Kane.
Yeah, like if they want to do that,
Chicago.
Great. And if he wants to come back, cool. And if they think the locker room can manage it, fine. I just think we need to he has been
made
pretty
very
clear
that they are moving forward with a new generation of Blackhawks hockey that doesn't involve anybody from the past.
Right.
And I think he wants to win a cup.
Except Brandon Saad, who will come back inevitably at some point.
Yeah, Brandon Saad always finds his way home.
I think he wants to win a cup.
Yeah.
He didn't have this surgery and do the rehab and come back and prove everybody who said, well, nobody who's had this surgery has ever played at a high level again.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that just to come back here and
Jesus, what are you doing?
It's Andreas Anthony. That's what he does.
I'm gonna fall, and
That's
so are you.
penalty.
That is a penalty,
and nobody's calling it. Yeah, I don't think he did all that hard work just to come back here and not make the playoffs again. I think he wants
the reason. It's the reason he left, because he didn't want to toil away and waste time. He doesn't have a lot of it left in his career.
So which original 6 team does he go to next year? He's got 3
Boston.
left.
He's got Boston, Toronto, and Montreal to play for.
I really think it makes a ton of sense for him to go back to Buffalo or to go to Buffalo.
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
And they're going to hire Q.
He could go to Vegas.
I still think he goes to Vegas at some point.
I don't know with what money, but they'll figure it
out. We say that every offseason.
Mark Stone died. Wait, he resurrected in time for the playoffs.
They didn't have the money to get Jack Eichel, and they somehow figured out how to do that.
They sure did.
They don't have the money to pay Noah Hannafin. They don't care. They signed him anyway.
Kane's made a lot of money too, so it is a matter of what's important to him, right? Like, does he want to make $5-6 million, which he probably could somewhere? Or does he want to say, F it, I want to go win another cup?
The thing is, he could probably do both with some teams.
Yeah, it's true.
And we know that, like, his dad doesn't like to fly. So you just put him up in a suite at the Wynn all season.
There you go.
In Vegas. And you can
make
drive
that part
to
of the
all
deal.
those West Coast teams, like, pretty quickly. Yeah. Just get your dad a suite at the Wynn. And there you go.
Look at this kid's Riz. Good job, young man. He's doing the 8th grade dance.
Did you see,
Leave room for Jesus.
Did you see our other fellow old man,
Luke?
Luke.
Yes, learning what Riz
Grandpa
was.
Stuckey was taught what Riz means.
What is law? What is Stuckey's child situation?
What does that mean?
Does he have children?
He has 2 children.
How old are they?
Very young.
Okay. See, I learned all about this stuff from my daughter.
Yeah, way
Riz
younger
and all that.
Way younger than a man his age should have.
But now we like to learn stuff before my daughter does.
Okay.
And impress her.
I got to say this though. Our young people on the Cubs show there were like, "Oh, it means they never said charisma. Like they never
That's
said
what
that.
it's from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
Ryan's like, "Oh, it's charismatic."
No, he didn't say what was,
Or no, did he say that?
No. He used another word.
Yeah.
I forget what it was, but it wasn't. I'm like, dude,
charisma.
charisma. It's in the word.
It's the middle of the word. I saw something on Instagram. This trend that
here's a question from No Royd. Sorry.
Okay, all right,
are we
I guess
having
I'm
a
not
lottery
talking.
lottery ball CHGO live stream? Are we doing that this year?
Yes.
the draft lottery.
Yeah.
We'll do that once
Okay.
they announce when the draft lottery
All right.
will be. We will schedule our live
All right.
lottery watch along.
back to your Instagram story.
This trend that was going on apparently with like high school aged boys of like this streamer that is like does like a finger point, like a sky point, and
Yeah.
it's like, "What's up, brother?" or something like that.
That's the new one.
I have no I watched this whole thing. I read like this long description of what it is, and I saw that there was a I think it was in the NHL, a guy scored a goal and did like the like sky point or whatever.
I thought he was acknowledging Roman Reigns.
Yeah, apparently not. I was just like, oh, this is the moment where I have outgrown the internet.
Yeah.
Like the internet trends of that like magnitude are no longer for me.
Yeah, the last internet trend I was up on was the ice bucket challenge. That's how long ago that was.
That was like 10 years ago.
Homestar Runner.
I was all over that.
But I was just I read this like I read this like 4-paragraph like explanation, and I was like, I don't know who that is. I don't know what they're talking about there.
I guess he's
I don't
Madden
know what this
streamer?
means. Is a Madden streamer who's got like millions of
Twisty
followers, and I'm just like, all right, it's the internet has passed me up.
Yeah, and Whistle senses the importance of this game for him. I mean, I think decisions may have been made already, but
maybe.
We've decided that LA should want to win this game.
Yes, because Vegas lost.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, who do you rather want? Would you rather play, Dallas or Edmonton? Neither of those are favorable matchups.
Edmonton.
You want to get kicked in the teeth or kicked in the dick?
Dallas has got a goalie that I trust.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Janet Jones's husband.
Yeah, I mean,
Dustin Johnson's father.
Dallas has good goalie and deep, but you know
that may be on the list.
Play this highlight forever and ever until the end of time.
But Edmonton, this might be their year. Just saying.
Maybe.
And I'm not just saying that because I picked them in the preseason.
I gotta revisit our predictions.
Yeah.
All I know is I picked the Coyotes to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they had some distractions.
I picked
it's not their fault.
Dallas to be the top team in the West, so I got that right.
I think I picked Colorado to be that team.
I picked the New Jersey Devils to win the President's Trophy and make the Stanley Cup final.
I think my cup final was Colorado, New Jersey.
My cup final was Edmonton, New Jersey.
Devils.
Well, second week of October, that looked really bad.
Yeah, making fools of us all.
But I mean, Edmonton finished with 104 points, even after that ridiculously bad start.
All right, Nazar.
Come on, redemption.
This guy sucks.
Got something.
Go back to Michigan, you bum.
Darn. Go back to school. Hawks might win this game.
But the
Oilers, nice strip. There you go, Reichel.
The Oilers adding King of the Pudwax, Corey Perry, and Adam Henrique. Those are two sneaky good moves.
Those are playoff moves.
Mm-hmm.
Two guys that have been through it.
But if Stuart Skinner piddles down his leg, it doesn't really matter.
Well, at least theoretically, they could win playoff games 6-5.
They could.
You could.
They tried that last
It's not helpful that they're literally sheltering Darnell Nurse right now.
Yeah.
And when you want to look at bad contracts, you say what you want about Seth Jones, but Seth Jones is playing half the game in top matchups.
The Nurse contract
Darnell
is
Nurse
worse.
It's bad
because he's not great.
His cousin.
I still think I trust Dallas top to bottom more than I do Edmonton. But
that's a fair assessment.
It's hard to bet against.
By the way,
Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman.
Did you see the ultimate team? Very easy to get. Jason Robertson today.
I did not. I have not played NHL 24 in like a week or so. I'm taking a break.
Yeah, you just have to win a game against the Kitchener Rangers to get your 86 overall Jason Robertson.
Nice.
And then you just gotta get like one collectible, and everyone you get like powers them up to like 94.
Damn.
Yeah,
I haven't done that in a while. I've kind of taken a break.
I'm trying to get the 94 Brent Seabrook that came out, but I will never have enough coins.
You're all over it, man. I don't know any of these cards.
I checked. I
still haven't figured out.
I'm hoping they put a Nazar out there. How to what?
I still haven't even figured out how to power up cards. I know you showed me, but I don't know. I don't have the dedication to it that you do. I don't have the patience for it. Like I play NHL for like 30 minutes and then I get bored and I want to do something else.
Yeah.
You can't do crap in Hut in just 30 minutes.
Well,
not without shelling out $100. And I will not spend any money on that.
Yeah. Well, I just buy the game. I buy like the deluxe edition.
I did that. I bought the Bobby Orr
yeah
package where the thing was like, again, I didn't research it well enough. And I think I bought when I had all those points, I wasn't buying the right packs with those.
Don't buy packs.
Well, when you get the those first,
Oh yeah.
When you get them in when you get the deluxe edition, you get the good point, the green ones.
Yeah.
So you use those to buy.
But it took me 3 years to realize that buying packs is a huge way to waste your coins.
No, I've never bought.
I just go after specific players.
I haven't bought a pack with my coins yet. I've been saving those up to try and get.
How many coins do you have?
Not a lot, like 85,000.
Okay.
I could buy some of the packs.
Might be able to get that 94 Steve Larmer. It's out there. There's a Daze, a 90 overall.
Guys,
Daze.
the game's almost over. Am I right?
What?
Are we like close to the end here?
Yes.
2.5
to go.
I got to get the post-game stream going here.
All right.
Yeah.
Make 2 versions.
2 minutes, 15 seconds, 14, 13, 12 left in the season.
Here we go.
Come on, Connor. Get one more point and or goal to end the year. Even if it's an empty netter, it's okay. Still counts. Soderblom, good game from him.
Yeah.
So
far.
There's still time.
There's still time. And yes, we will have a full post-game show after this, so stick around. It'll be a fresh link. We'll tweet it out and all that good stuff.
Are we going to make our...
When I say full, I mean 45 minutes.
Are we going to make our Stanley Cup first round predictions?
No, not on this show.
I need to... I'm too tired.
You can do it on Saturday.
Saturday's going to be a busy show. When do they start? Monday?
They start Saturday.
Oh, shit.
So we got to do it Saturday.
All right, I guess we're doing it Saturday.
Oh, geez.
No.
Oh,
no.
Kurashev, what are you doing?
Or like Kurstashev.
Oh.
You're a shovel the
He's
puck out of
he's
the
very
zone.
upset with himself.
He should be. That's avoidable.
Yeet.
Right into the...
Oh, that was weird.
I took off on him.
Oh, boy.
That's
That's
that.
tough.
Look at this guy.
Yeah.
That's
Hello.
That's a large coach right there.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to kill it off to end the season.
Shorthanded
empty netter. What a way to end it.
Jones, Vlasic, and Dickinson, right?
That's probably the 4 you went out there.
Yeah, it's your best bet. 6 on 4.
This is where Pat Foley would remind us what Coach Quinville used to always say about 2-man advantages. And well, there it is. There it is. Tie
Future
game.
Blackhawk Victor Arvidsson.
Second goal of the game for Arvidsson.
Well,
that sucks.
What would the last game of the year?
Yeah, let's make a 9:30
at
puck
midnight
drop even worse.
Be without overtime hockey. Jeez.
Philip Kurashev scoring in
oh.
overtime.
Oh, and he didn't even get all of it.
Yeah, Vlasic got a stick on it too.
Damn. That sucks.
Jones is right there.
This is how the season's gone.
Yep.
Everybody tries to do the right thing, and it still doesn't work.
Let that be a lesson to you, kids. Don't try and do the right thing.
It does. Just cheat.
I believe Homer J. Simpson said that once.
Bites you in the ass.
Can't win, don't try. Got it.
35-13 shots, and this one might be going to overtime.
Hasn't happened yet.
Kurashev's totally scoring in overtime. By the
Did they ever show that replay, by the way?
For Nazar? No.
Yeah,
They did not.
Cool. Maybe Stadium will show it.
I have thoughts and opinions.
I think we all have thoughts on our old
we
employers.
have all summer to talk about that when that's official.
Yeah.
My wife went out to dinner last night, and this guy who doesn't follow my career closely, he goes, "Hey,
you
still working at Odyssey?" I go, "No." He goes, "Good. Their app sucks." Like, it's all right, man. Nice talking to you.
That's what I did on my way out.
That's me. I did that.
Oh, God.
Oh, don't
No.
poop your pants.
No.
All right.
As much as we'll bemoan playing extra hockey this late at night, I'd rather not.
Let's get a win.
Lose the game.
Let's get a win. Come on.
Michigan.
And if the Kings do win this,
I need a
I hope
bathroom
Edmonton
break.
sweeps them.
3, 2, 1.
Overtime. Why the hell not?
Sure. Cool. Neat. Great. Grand. Wonderful. No yelling on the bus. Want to see Bonnie McMurray?
Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
Zoom in.
Ooh,
Bonnie McMurray.
nice.
That Halloween episode.
Oh,
It's
so good. Where she keeps
so
changing
good.
costumes. Yeah.
You going down to the big benefit?
The
Yeah,
St.
man.
Patrick's Day one is not
No,
too bad
I like the
either.
baseball one. Oh, I'm sorry. It's talking about the costumes.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Bonnie
Bonnie McMurray. I never watched the last season at Letterkenny.
I gotta catch up.
Season
I'm
behind.
telling you, I am more
might
of a
just
Shoresy
start-
guy than a Letterkenny guy.
I haven't seen any Shoresy. I'm gonna watch some in the summer. I think I might just start Letterkenny from the beginning again.
There's a lot more depth to Shoresy than you expect. There have been like some, honestly, like there have been episodes where I've been in tears after, not from laughing, like from serious moments.
It's not something I would expect from a character like Shoresy.
Yeah, no, there's depth to it.
You know, it's not what I would expect from the give your balls a tug guy. Whoop.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Yeah.
This may be on the top moments of the season. You'll have to read the Blackhawks beat tomorrow to find out. Think he's just gonna wear the bubble his whole career.
I mean, it hasn't hurt him.
No. Korchinski, Bedard, and
Nazar?
that'd be fun, wouldn't
That'd
it?
be a lot of fun.
Why not?
Probably Kurashev.
Slaggert? Kurashev?
You got to punish Kurashev.
Yes.
Staple his ass to the bench.
He
That's
needs-
what Torch
he
would
needs-
do.
He needs redemption.
It's
Oop, there he is.
Kurashev. Tell him
Kurashev,
he's
Korchinski,
scoring the
Bedard.
overtime winner. He's gonna be like, you know
That'd
what,
be fun.
guys? I screwed up. Let me do this.
And it's Dano, Kopitar,
Kopitar and
Is that Doughty?
Gavrikov?
Yeah, it's Gavrikov.
It's Gavrikov. No, that's Dano 24.
Oh, okay.
No, that's Gavrikov. Who the fuck's out there? Kempe?
Kempe. Just
Game
Oh
over.
my God.
Game
well, so
over.
much for that. It took
Jesus.
6 seconds.
That didn't take long.
6
Good
seconds.
God.
Well, post-game show coming up shortly.
Who is that guy? I don't know. He just won the game.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, hey, before we hit that off button, hit that like button for us, and we will see you for the post-game show here in a few moments.
Well, at least it was fast.
Right?
Sure. Yeah. We'll be back in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I got to pee.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thanks for being with us. Bye.
We all silly like the mayor.